All right, boys. All right, let's see. YouTube, MPLPH, all that good stuff. It's time, mother lovers. Still not live. Starts at 2 a.m. Starts in 1 minute. If you're just coming in, say what's up, say hello, say hi, leave a comment in the chat, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. We're gonna be watching. It's been a couple weeks, guys. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. We've got a busy month ahead of us. Lots of things going down. What is this? What in the hell just happened? Claven, what's up, man? They're late. MPLPH is late, guys. What's going on? What's going on? All right, we're going to watch Fnop versus Omega. We might watch more. We'll see. We will see. It is some banger games tonight, though. Let's be real. It's Fnop Omega, RSG. Holy shit, that's loud. Golly frick. For the love of God. Holy crap. The hell? The hell? Oh my God. You guys hear me? Yeah. Put this here. We're waiting, we're vibing, we're hanging. All right. Saw dudes, what's up, Combat? Is that Comanche? You changed your name, bro? Did you change your name, bro? Change your name on me? Yes, easier for casters to say when I win NA. Damn, bro. What team are you playing on, man? What team are you playing on? Bro, Ken. Bro, why does it make it so hard right now? I'm doing so much just to mess with an account. I'm having some issues with an account of a game, and I'm just trying to, like, get it working, and it's like every page I go to, I have to re-put in my email, and they have to resend me a verification, and yada, yada, yada. It's just a lot. Shining Sheminate Splendid. No sound, boss. Sorry, I know there's no sound. It's because there's just like music, bro. Trex, you look tired? I'm not tired. I was just reading something. I'm sorry. We did our little round table earlier today. My vape's dead. Let's plug that in. It starts on the 20th? The 21st or the 29th or something like that? Like the official season starts on the 29th, the weekend of where the 29th is at? Or no, the weekend of the 20th. That's when it starts. But the qualifier starts before that. Qualifier starts before that. Qualifier starts soon. Who is in C9 new lineup? It's hold on a second, guys.
Where I tread, death follows. Enjoy your last breath. Deploying smoke. Going dark. War is my trade. Death is my craft. Backup plan? I am the backup plan.
Quoted fly, definitely getting clipped. Yeah. It's okay. So how do I turn off the music of this? All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. What do we got? 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Boom. All right. I fixed what I needed to fix, guys. I fixed what I needed to fix. I did it. I handled it. I'm a big boy now. MPL Cambodia also starting today, and they have already having... Did they not have an English broadcast before? Has Cambodia never had an English broadcast? I just thought about that.
Imagination is the driving force of the energy. I'm not a monster. I'm a demon.
They never have an English broadcast?
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
No signal, no fun.
Only during playoffs. But now they have one like full time.
You can with the Smart eSIM, backed up by nationwide coverage. Get your Smart eSIM now.
These are my smell good sticks. They don't help very much. What's up with Natsons, guys? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'd be dope if Nats joins the team, but we'll see, you know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? The world may never know. 5 minutes left. Who do you guys got? Do we got Fnop or Omega? Both top of the list right now, right? That in itself is pretty cool. Just saying, you know. If Nats joins C9, they officially have two retro gods in the same team. True. Did I see the Hanabi game? No. We might watch it later. To buy time, like in between matches or something. You know? Can you sling me like a tas? Hey, yo, TREX. What's up with that top 4 and best shirt? What you mean, bro? Gorilla's in the chat, bro. Watch your tone, sir. Mr. Pepper. Watch your tone, Mr. Pepper. All I'm saying is I'm hyped that Simpsons name is back in, bro. That's hype. For someone like me that's been around a long time, you know. It's hype to see the Simpsons with a team back in. Bro, who knows, man? OSP's got Yato? Kush? I don't think there is a DVS activity. I'm pretty sure OSP is DA, bro. They've got Jay, Kush, Promise, Yato. Nicolette was on the roster yesterday. She's not today. Riles has now brought back Aether Explicit too. So it's all kind of hype, boys. It's all kind of hype. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot. Did I see the NA women's ISF team? No, but I know they they won, right? They made it. I think I saw a clip or something. So no offline grand finals actually made NACT more interesting. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely upset about it. Like, I'm not going to get on a round table and be like, this fucking sucks. How dare they? And like, but I am like, it is sad that we're not getting offline and it's kind of sucks, you know, but also like, it's not the end of the world. It's not like we went from having a full-fledged, league to then that, you know?
The official tournament phone of MPL Philippines, Infinix GT20 Pro. Official suppliers, EMC Asia and Index Salon. Experience the MPL PH Season 14 action live at Green Sun, Makati City. Grab your tickets now via official MPL PH website. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok for more content. And to ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
It's gonna be a busy day here at the
All right, here we go.
Arena. Brace yourselves for another non-stop thrilling moments, as today's matches will definitely prove one's worth. Now today, two titans also will work this very stage for another historic.
Bro, what is that outfit though?
Yan ang mga maiinit na bakbakan. I'm Mara Aquino, and this is MPL Philippines Season 14. Casters, pasok!
And we are back for another action-packed day of MLBB. Welcome to the English Desk. My name is Ingan. Together with me is, of course, Leo, Mr. Grizzly.
Ingen on the English desk, bro.
So far, we have an
That's hype.
day number one. Do you care to recap what happened yesterday?
Why, it would be my pleasure to be at your service and tell you guys that yesterday we had a jam-packed back-to-back best of 3 bouts. It was Aurora versus Fnatic Onyx Philippines. We're in almost. Aurora snapped that win streak in half, ended it right then and there, but Fnatic Onyx walks away with it today. And we also ended with a one hell of a banger. RSGPH versus Falcons AP Brand always gets me 2-1.
2-1. Again, one of the highlights.
Fnatic Falcon.
But one of the highlights, of course.
Okay, so Fnatic sitting on top of regular season right now. Smart Omega right after, AP Brent after, Aurora, Team Liquid PH, RSG, Blacklist International, TNC Pro Team still 0-4. That hurts, boys. Poor Wolfie. How's TN? Don't hold back, guys. How's TNC been doing? I only saw the first 2 days.
For MPLPH S14.
I'll tell you now, it looks very Season 9, if you know what I'm saying. But also, the lower half, as mentioned, Team...
Since they put Ingen on English Desk, Tagalog Stream has broken the record for viewers.
The scoring system is, again, a single...
Wait, do people not like Ingen on Tagalog Desk?
Doesn't get you anything except for game win-loss ratios, which is a tiebreaker, the prime tiebreaker, which will come into play maybe in the later half.
If it reaches a tie. But so far, we have a lot of ties here. 3-3-3 for Smart Omega, Falcons, AP Brendan, Aurora. And going back at what happened yesterday, who could forget one of the main highlights of Aurora versus Fnatic Onyx, aside from Fnatic Onyx beating Aurora, was Renegade with his Diggy. But unfortunately, it didn't work. The Eggman didn't work. It cracked. The egg cracked, Leo.
And not just, it seems like the meta is evolving, and now we have to acknowledge the fact that there are deadly duos like the Lolita Hanabi out there.
Ooh.
I think that's one of the things I remember that would really change the face of the competition.
Who would have thought that the Bulletproof Marco would now be the anti-CC Marco for yesterday? But looking at the matches right now, we have Fnatic Onyx, the only undefeated team, going up against Smart Omega. Then after that, right away, Blacklist International looking to get their very first series win up against RSG Philippines. And of course, Star match.
The Clash of Titans, they fought all over the world, up north and south.
Long time no stream, I know, guys. I'm sorry.
And now back on home soil. Falcons AP brand.
I'm sorry, guys.
Liquid Philippines.
For me, this should go to game number 3 because they've competed around the world, gave us best of 7 series. Now we're in the
Oh,
Philippines.
PH English viewers.
Give us a game number 3 for our match number 3.
Likely could happen.
You think that's what it is?
Both teams are ready with the one above all facing off against the young goat. Should be one hell of a match.
And one hell of a match, and you can also feel the power with every tap on the smart app. Effortlessly manage your prepaid and postpaid accounts, buy promos, pay bills, and redeem rewards all in one app.
Download the smart app now, the only app for smart signature, Infinity, Bro, TNT, and PLDT prepaid home Wi-Fi.
And of course, again, we have an action-packed day. 3 series.
I think he sounds all right.
3 series because indeed it is a Saturday, and of course, the much-awaited rematch. Rematch of the rematch. How many rematches have these two Titans had?
All over the world, all over the group stage, all over the playoffs, and for all sorts of prizes. Again, this is something that we can expect from World Championship squads.
I think people just miss Wolf.
Later tonight.
But of course, we will be witnessing.
They miss, you know.
Fnatic Onyx versus Smart Omega. That's why let's throw it over to the Infinix.
And it's a duo desk, so like, there's definitely big changes on the English desk.
Thank you so. We are
Not
in
to-
Infinix game Tambayan. I got a bear.
Not to mention as well-
And this is nice to.
Like, let's say you're a Tagalog. Let's say you're an English, like a PH, but you speak English and likes to watch the English channel. Not to mention, you also, like, now that this is also Filipino, like the in-between, the analytics section, it's kind of like, I think that's another reason, like, people are like, I might as well just listen to in Filipino. If this part's going to be Filipino too, you might as well listen to the whole thing in Filipino.
My chakra heart.
The chakra.
Oh my god, we'll see that later on. And all of that, of course, going to be brought to you by Infinix GT.
Oh, we get a full English now.
The official tournament phone of MPL.
Analytics is full English now.
So, right now, obviously, two,
That's nice.
you know, old teammates.
Old teammates.
Thank God.
And Kelra. It's a big throwback so many seasons ago, literally years ago. And it's going to be interesting to see these two guys battle it out, man. It is going to be interesting here in the Land of Dawn.
There's, at this point, now that we're in season 14 here, like, this tends to be a common story, I feel like, almost, where, you know, you have, like, past teammates going head-to-head in different organizations now because, I mean, this is what we were talking about. Tachakanu versus Kelra, and that's what's at stake.
Tachakanu
Yeah, this is
Chakra.
for heart. I don't know if you guys
This
are
is-
fans of Chaknu and Keller for a while, but one of you are going to get broken. One of you going to get heartbroken.
That's nice.
Coming out
Ooh.
over the other. Together, they played 65
That is the
matches.
fucking
Game
lamest shit I've ever heard, Combat. You lose points for that one, bro.
Second place as well in MPL Philippines Season 9, and third place in MSC 2022.
It's a whole lot of history. You know, at that point, I don't know, like, how you know, who your #1 duo is out there in the Land of Dawn, but, you know, with achievements like this between those two players alone.
She sneezed on stream. Oh, that does sound
It's crazy
cute.
to think how much history that actually is in the span
Was
of
it a
their
cute
careers
sneeze? Was it like a?
to get to, and, you know, at least you're wondering again,
You don't know.
like,
You know what I'm talking
you
about.
can see that the highlight
You
for
guys
this
know what I'm
match
talking
is,
about.
Can Fnatic Onyx Philippines remain undefeated? And based off, I mean, I was casting the game yesterday. I was really impressed with the way that they played. You know, I'm sure a lot of people were also impressed by some of the picks that we saw yesterday.
For sure.
Hanabi, Lolita coming to play. I'm not sure
I
exactly.
heard about
what
Hanabi and
that
Lolita. I
was,
saw.
not
I
like
saw
today, like, those are
titles
also
of the
gonna be
clips.
more
I saw some
fans.
thumbnails. Didn't
Honestly,
watch,
come
but
out, or if they just leave it on the table and they're like, hey, if it's there, pick it up.
The funny thing is, it won yesterday.
Exactly.
In the hands of Falcons AP Brendan, Super Marco made it look so easy. But you know what, guys? We need you guys to show your support. MPL fans, who do you think is going to win this match? Fnatic Onyx PH or Smart Omega? We got a poll going on for you guys so we can know what you think. And of course, these are going to be real, guys. These are going to be real prediction points that we will keep track of all season long. So we're going to have like a scoreboard. We call this The bias points.
The bias points.
Your bias.
Our
his
bias.
Your bias. Everyone's bias.
All right, who's your bias?
It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. My boy Edward's gonna take this for sure. My boy Edward's gonna take this whole season. Just
The
kidding.
whole season?
Just kidding. Just kidding. But you know, it's something like that. It's something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We
yeah.
want you guys to do that, and we want you
Fair.
guys to vote in the poll. And what about you? Obviously, Gord's your bias. Everyone knows
Yeah.
that. But who else?
By the way, just got his recent skin out there.
Hey,
I
yeah.
think it's called like Cyber
Plug.
Hacker, so I don't know. I'm still biased for the legendary skin, but at least for this matchup, I'm gonna have to say like because of the fact that you still have this streak going.
Someone give me some info. I have not been watching this season at all the past 2 weeks. I only watched week 1 a little bit.
Omega here. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. And today.
Watched like the first 2 days.
Now you know.
Why are Fnop and Omega doing the best?
Obviously, because of that, I feel like we have to dive into what
Omega beat FCap 2-0, right? Didn't that happen?
well in the past and
Didn't that happen, guys?
work well now. Because right now, obviously, both of them are doing great. In force game side selection, we got Fnatic Onyx picking up blue side. You know what you're looking for?
You remember that stat yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, so there was like 2 being played around. There was the stat of blue side pick, but then there was also the first turtle secured happened to be the winner.
Let's see. We'll have to find out. Here are the teams, though. We're walking up into the stage. Let's see what we got.
Let's get this match started. Kilala natin ang mga marshals at your service, JJ.
2-1 actually. Okay.
And Wilbert.
And Wilbert! That's my brother, guys. Wilbert's my brother. We're related. He's actually like my my brother-in-law.
It's been a super journey
Yeah.
for the Super Fam so far. Let's welcome Kelra, Kirk, King Kong, Super Prince, and Brusco. It's Onyx time for
That mic sounds bad, Leo. I'm not gonna lie. Matt, I'm sorry I've been like MIA, bro. Sorry, I have not been responding to messages really and just been kind of a bum lately. My wedding is on at the end of the month and I've just been super busy, bro. I also still haven't gotten paid for MSC yet.
Jay. Let's welcome on stage Smart Omega. And their coaches for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, Coach Why Not?
Why not?
And Smart Omega's Coach Lembo.
All right, who do we got, guys? Who do we got? Let's start a poll.
It's time for the face-off. Jome, Calra, step forward.
Omega versus Fnop. Omega gang.
Ang palag mo kay Jome.
Mas magaling akong tumutok ng sniper sa'yo.
She is biased. She's got her yellow suit on.
Ano ang palag mo kay Calra?
Alam ako kay Kelra na experience ko na maging captain si Chakno tsaka di ko siya iniwan.
Palag kung palag. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Another intense moment with these two. Now it's time to enter the Lanadon panel. Pasok.
Pasok.
Okay.
Kelra says, you know what? I'm a better sniper. And Jome says, all right, I got Chakno here by my side. And then leave him. He's my captain. Beat that.
Beat
That's
that.
something.
Jome's huge, by the way. Like in comparison to Calra, like he's towering.
Jome is a
over
big boy.
Calra. We'll see if he can do that in the lane. Of course, here's the lineup once again for Fnatic Onyx. We've seen them time and time again. No changes here from, especially the fact that what we saw, how they're maintaining that win streak, I have to say it's everybody on this lineup making things work.
It was at this moment we knew Brigida was cute.
Phrase coined for them before, the super family.
Yeah.
And I think they've unlocked that, especially this season, Season 14. They've been playing out of their minds. They really trust each other, and they move around the map like a super family.
That's same. And I wonder if they can do that against a team like Smart Omega, who in normal games, you can't really tell what they're trying to do. And I guess that's the fun part about Smart Omega. And what catches a lot of teams off guard by this one is you never know where they're coming from. And that's very apparent with Shaknu, especially with the picks he has right now. Still has probably one of the most diverse hero pools so far in the roam role.
Definitely.
For the whole of the league. And I think that they're trying to leverage that into making Smart Omega a team.
Watching a video that was sent to me.
Yeah, and you remember, like, if you guys recall what we saw last week. Was it? Yeah, it was last week. We saw that amazing play on that defense from Smart Omega. That was a combination of Chaknu and Jome. And so I think, going back to this whole point of, Chaknu and Kelra being teammates before, I think already that shows the strength of Chaknu as a captain that brings that effect to
That's funny.
or the team in general.
W Brigida.
And as we see just how this has divided over the course of, we're only 3 weeks in, but you can really see the stats fall into place here for both the teams.
Yeah, especially for Fnatic Onyx, they have maximum amount. Like they have the highest amount of Lord and Turtle control here. And obviously, Omega, they're not going to give away anything.
Yeah.
They're not going to give away kill participation and first blood rate. Obviously, some of the most fiercest competitors we have so far in the league. And it also shows on their stats. And now for the Infinix keys to victory, though, this is interesting. You've known Chaknu well. Don't be on the receiving end of his initiations. I think that's very smart, to be honest.
Yeah, don't let Chaknu do what he's known for doing, basically. At that point, for Omega, of course, you've known Kelrel challenge the gold standards, efficiency. That's going to be crucial, too, because we've been highlighting the gold lane a lot for a lot of the teams here, but especially for a player like Kelra. And then, of course, for both, it's Onyx time or is it Omega time? Prove that now. It is your
Kelra's got to smash his old team.
That's right, especially for Smart Omega.
It's time to destroy them.
That, interestingly, all since for how many seasons now? And they've got pretty cool watches. I don't know why I added that on. I just wanted to bring that out there. But you know what? You also kind of forget sometimes that Coach Why Not, Tony Cedrin, actually was the coach of Smart Omega for the longest time. He was. So it's interesting to see everyone there on the stage together and competing against each other. And that's why there's just all smiles on their faces on that face-off and on that walk-in. They just know each other so well.
I think part of this too, Rockhart, is like for a long time, Omega as a team, as an organization and everything else, like their fans as well, the Barangay, like we like to call them, out there, and for our international viewers, when we say the Barangay, like it's the community basically is. I don't know if that's the exact translation, but that's what it is behind this team, and they wanted this kind of season for them. And they've been off to probably a better start than we've seen them for a while.
Come on, boys. There we go. Give us the draft. All right, so we know Hylos is meta now from what we've seen. We know the Assassins are still meta. We saw a Hanabi yesterday. Life's crazy.
We're also the undefeated team coming into week 2. Let's see if that's going to change here as we go into the draft. So right now, Fnatic Onyx looking like the blue side picks. What blue side picks are you looking for here, Naisu? I feel like the blue side picks right now.
Yeah.
I obviously don't want to show that Lolita Hanabi yet, maybe in the last 2 picks. But right now, in this one, are you going to look to ban out the Mamba? Are you going to look for any Kelra plays if you're Fnatic?
I think so. Part of this, I know we were talking about the gold lane and everything else, but really the highlight here is going to be the challenge between the roamers. Anytime you're facing against Chaknu, that's going to be the thing. So it's up to Brusco to go ahead and step up. And I think he has. Like, so far, really, Brusco has done a rather good job. He's an integral part of why Fnatic has found themselves.
Is carry semi-tank still meta? I don't know.
Like I said, if they can maintain that. Because sometimes we've seen teams
I mean, I'm sure it has its viability somewhere, but
for example, like everybody knows.
I think most teams are, unless something has changed in the past 3 weeks, I think most teams are still building at full damage.
In the lineups or that synergy, and part of that is
Unless you throw like a Thunderbelt on there or something, I don't know.
capable of doing that against a team like Fnatic Onic, and I think this is the team. They are the team before that was known as the last one, the poison. You know,
Yeah, like except for maybe a Thunderbelt, but
surprise you in a lot of these cases and turn things around here. So that could be the big part of possibly ending this.
no matter what you need your like Trinity, right? Or you need like your DHS, your Golden Staff, and your
You can imagine with me. Well,
Alright,
now they're
Edith?
gone behind me too.
All right, they're going behind you. I hear the Edith though. I wonder
There
if
it
that's
is.
going to go through.
Okay.
There's the
Alright, so Roger comes through. Is what's going on with Phoveus, guys? I've been seeing clips of him picked and stuff. Is he like official now?
Assassins. So I'm actually a bit confused.
Hylos on ban list, Chip on ban list, Ling on ban list, Nolan, Ling. Hayabusa's still open. Roger's still first pick viabilities.
Actually, the Phoveus, I think
Ruby's still solid. Let me move my. Oh, sorry, guys.
have so much vitality. I don't know if you think about it.
Durability or like.
I'll move the chat too.
If you have a really tanky front line like Halos, and you have a Phoveus on the side, man, it's a fun time. It feels like, and add the Faramis to that, right? And maybe assassins like the Ling who can kind of scale up late game, and maybe just maybe add that Roger in there as well.
Yeah, I'm glad Phoveus has kind of fit into that role for being to that point. But Edith is that too. You know, Edith is crazy valuable right now. And you can actually really work around this too. The fact that you have that durability lineup to work with. So already covering their bases, they're going to pick up Moskov. I'm personally hoping that we get to a point where it's not always Moskov, Harith, and Roger popping up. Like I'm always, I get the meta. I know the strong picks.
Agree.
But I would love to see some flavor pop up in the gold lane again.
I think that's one of the reasons why people were so hyped about the Hanabi yesterday.
Exactly.
Right? I feel like people have, finally a different gold laner that's not a Harif or a Roger or Moskov, man. So, yeah, everyone's so hyped about that. I don't know if the other gold laners can catch up. Obviously, the mobility is still an issue, which is, again, not a problem for Roger, not a problem for Moskov. Pro players love that mobility. Yeah. And that's something we're going to have to look at later on. Obviously, the Arlot could get banned out. And I think we might see another XP ban here for Omega, just because...
All right, it's time to zone in.
We can still kind of just go gold lane.
It's time to zone in, boys.
XP is still the option. I mean, even with that, knowing that you already have a Tigreal to work against, you have a Ruby, you have plenty of CC, you have a lot of that vitality or durability that we talked about. And so, working around this, it's like, what do we...
Can't wait for Mr. Chicken vs. Nats, yeah.
Especially, I mean, we've seen a lot of Faramis lately. We've seen, of course, the Vexanas pop up. Jushin has been mostly banned out, but even so, I think with this lineup, at least for Fnatic Onic, they could even, like, we've seen them specifically play the Lilia, they ban it out.
Yeah, mid lane mages are probably going to make another...
Do we think, so what, Milo just sits, if Nats actually joins C9, then Milo gets moved to bench. Since Milo's signed, hey.
Look at those people. Look who it is. We're being raised by champions
Bro,
here today.
my guy got distracted.
Omega Empress, our recent
My guy said, oh, hey.
champs. Let's go. All right.
Hopefully we get a chance to, talk with them a little bit. Even
Yeah,
here on
that
the
would be
English
great.
panel. That would be great because... Yeah, we already got to see what they did, of course, on their trip to Riyadh, or what is that? I was going to say last year. It's like last month.
Just last month, man. They just came
That
back
was
from
last month, bro.
Tournaments happening, of course. So many competitions, and, of course, great to see them out here.
There you go.
Supporting Smart Omega, of course. And it's a full house here, too. It's packed.
It's actually surprising because usually the first games, people take some time. They're kind of late to this time. They get in a little bit later, like in the middle of the game sometimes. You see people streaming in. But now everyone's so early. I'm super surprised. At the same time, I'm very happy. Again, you know who's happy? I know who's happy.
I'm looking at you too.
That
He's
Bane
on
pick.
desk right now, and he
Bane pick.
Smiling.
Popping off.
at that Bane.
Bane's good against the Roger. It's great against the Roger. Not as great against the Ruby, and not as great against the... I mean, I don't know. I think there's definitely some like baiting between the Bane and the the tank boy there. The blah 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 blah. What's his fucking name again? For some reason, Thamus keeps coming to mind, but that Tigreal and the Tigreal. There's some skill baiting and mechanics there between like whether you can catch the Bane off guard, if he's able to get the deadly catch off before you get your implosion. Like just there's a few back and forths there.
Good choices because I'm actually surprised because Fnatic was the ones that banned out the heroes I was thinking they would go for, the Vexana and the Lilia.
Yeah.
They go the Aurora instead, and that could also just kind of help them in slowing down, obviously, no pun intended, by freezing the lineup here of Smart Omega and trying to, again, we're talking about the timers for both these teams. And for Fnatic Onyx, they know that traditionally they want to be able to end games faster, at this point, especially against a team like Smart Omega. But with this last pick, what is this going to be for Smart Omega, knowing that, they're down to, is it going to be the mid lane option?
Ah, there it
fair
is.
miss. Okay.
Yeah.
Good play.
It's crazy, man.
Like I said.
Talked about vitality, durability, whatever we want to call it.
Name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank the Thank the Father, the Pablo, and the Holy Spirit.
Midnight was going on and on about it in the talent room earlier. Like, this guy's insane with the Elegant Gem. But now we have a full lineup. And honestly, I don't think Fnatic Onyx lost out a lot. Even though they did pick up a few heroes that we don't always see. They do have a lot of heroes.
Nats might play on C9. There's no official. He is not written on the roster yet, so I don't know.
For both, I would say. What do you think?
What do you like more?
Honestly, I really like Omega's lineup. It has a great mix of vitality. I love it. I'm just gonna keep using that. They have a lot of vitality. They have a lot of attack. And
Both teams have good pick. I mean, both teams have good crowd control, good play potential across the team. Like, I want to say, like, oh, this team has more pickoff, but honestly, both teams have decent pickoff. I would say Omega might have more, like, dive potential. They also, I think their big bonus here is a sustainability with that Fermis. Good first blood for Fnop.
What happened? Oh, he did pull the Purify, but there was just way too much damage. Just pure damage output.
You can't count out the... Honestly, the laning damage potential from Eudora it's one of those heroes that oh shit! Well played, boys.
And he gets another.
GG's.
Really not much in terms of mobility, not yet here early on for Smart Omega, and now Fnatic Onyx Philippines up by about 2,000. One more time in mid.
Bro.
Talk about first blood kills. For me, all those 4 kills are first blood kills because of how fast they were.
Nobody's required to play on a certain device and an NACT. You can use your own device.
They gave up 3 more across the map and then back on Ukir.
Imagine we were just catching our breath right after a kill. They already got another one. Imagine how Omega feels with the pressure Fnatic is putting onto them. Again, you would expect that they could actually play this aggressive. They have the Ruby Gold lane, so they don't have to take care.
Fnatic is the real deal this season, bro. Last season, they looked good all season. They were a little shaky in playoffs. I think this could really be the season that it feels much more possible for them to get to grand finals. Now we'll see how, if they can keep this pace throughout all of season, or even like, at least keep a pace during season and then keep it keyed up even more during playoffs.
And here I gotta tell you now, not a good spot to be in if you're a damage-centric, relatively.
Yeah, I mean a little. They choked. All right, they choked. You're right. You're right.
The orange buff here, King Kong gets the steal.
So, as a Bane user, when would you say that Andoryu can actually reach his power spike? It's going to be on the mid game or the late game, or is it supposed to be early game?
No. At this point, he's going to have to wait till about the 8-9 minute mark when he's got like 2 solid items. That's it. And that's only if Smart Omega can protect themselves. Because Bane's power spike only
turn up the
starts
casters a
if
little
you
bit.
have a solid front line and you either overtake the opponents in damage or you just push out of your mind. Like that's one of the main reasons why Bane is strong in certain lineups is because when a Bane has its eyes on objectives, I'm talking turrets, turtles, lords, it's very hard to counter.
Automatic, he catches any objective that glazes his eyes. And again, looking back, Fnatic
The
Onyx
Omegas,
has been
at
winning
this
their games
point,
very fast, 13
the
minutes,
big
40
thing for
seconds.
Omega is
For
Jome.
Omega, they prefer the late game. So if you're saying that
They
the 9
do
minutes
have
mark
the
coming
gold
in
laner,
from,
right? And not
Andoryu,
just any gold laner. They have the
will
Moskov.
during the 9-minute mark.
We know
Maybe
it's a
it's
great
okay for
spike.
Omega.
Just maybe, and that is if, again, caveat.
But Fnop knows that. Look, they're already gone. They're already like, no, bro. We're not just going to let you free farm. You see no free farm, sir.
He knows there's 2, 3, maybe 4 all around them. Now he knows for sure. They're looking for the sandwich play. Big J. How are you going to get out of this? I'm offended. Going through with the dash me of destruction.
He's down. He's down.
Gets taken out. Serving one up to Brusco.
Bro, that damage from Kirk.
Across the map. It's coast to coast. Fnatic Onyx in control.
You would expect Fnatic Onyx to make a cross-map play onto the bottom lane, but Kirk standing his own. He's really going up against 2 members, unbothered still.
Night Cheese Glazer, what's up, bro?
Of the XP lane, so 4.1k gold lead for Fnatic. They were able to get the first turtle, setting their eyes now for the second one. Not a great start for Omega.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, and you're really I'm sugarcoating things at this point.
I mean, you got to be real with the barangay, man. At this point, it's looking dire. It is desperate.
Okay, I just saw
5
Andoryu.
minutes in?
I just saw Andoryu pick up Sky Piercer. For you, is that good at this point, knowing that you're 0-1-0?
No,
Oh.
I wouldn't say. But again, I think what he's looking for is a spike at 8 and then go from there. Maybe he wants to power farm heroes, but at this point, only Omega knows what Omega's thinking. Because Fnatic Onyx, 5k ahead, approaching 6, 1 more turtle to go. I think it's best for Fnatic Onyx to just, for Smart Omega to accept the fact that Fnatic Onyx will just walk away with everything.
Like
so
what,
they just protect themselves.
Yeah, like what they say in the Filipino desk, tiis pogi, or wait for your turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa!
Wait for your turn.
I'll have some patience. They catch
Oh,
one.
well played.
Brusco with
Brusco
the
taking a lot of
answer.
damage. Jome might be able to get the kill.
Implosion, he gets
Ryota
popped
actually
by
pulls it off.
offended. Onto this Phobius.
Wow.
Big
There's
freeze
another
though.
round.
Silence.
Protects
Ryota
the
low
deadly
damage.
catches back. Not enough
Goes down.
chunkiness
Kirk
on
able to get
Ryota.
it.
He ain't thick. Not
Nice
that
pull
thick.
back on a
One more on
Kirk.
Kirk. Who gets the kill? Chaknu gonna fall here. King Kong goes a hunting.
Back and forth,
he's
2 for
eating
2.
good.
Finally, Omega has an answer.
That is something
A
for
lot of
Omega
credit
at
coming
least,
in
but if
from
they lose a
Ukir with a
tower here
clutch
too, it's a
nether realm.
still a big loss.
To buy time as much as possible!
King Kong gets
Yikes.
another. How about some crabs for dinner? Oh no, Joe! Big J gets frozen down. He couldn't let it go.
Yikes.
I don't know what he was thinking, man. Again, he's a marksman. He does have the DHS, but in the face of an Aurora, just wasn't gonna fly.
You know, I don't know what Omega, Fnatic Onyx thinking. I also don't know what you're thinking. Why'd you let it go?
You don't have to know. Ukir pops the Purify.
These two are going.
Walks away. All right, so
These guys are.
signs of life from Omega.
I like.
They're
All right,
just
so
showing Fnatic Onyx, you can't walk away
Engin's
with
a
everything.
pretty
They'll fight back.
kind of guy.
We're up against the corner.
Fun guy.
Chaknu?
Really
Oh,
fun
here we
guy.
go. Spear destruction in. Jome catches the angle. Kelra in trouble. Frigid Breath spent up already. There's a Sacred Hammer.
We already know how
Looking for
Leo
an
is.
implosion. Can they find it?
Well played.
Down goes Brusco. Kirk pops the vengeance.
Uh-oh.
Can he walk away? Infernal Pursuit. Looking for a dash.
King
I
Kong,
dare
King
you
Kong.
to press it. Netherrealm.
Oh, nice.
wrapped
I'm
up.
offended.
There is an I'm
Ryota
offended. There's
responding.
the jump. Looking for the pop. Ryota goes down. King Kong
Kong.
eats him up. One more target. Jome down to a fifth of his health. Super Prince standing guard. Asserts dominance. Checks the bush. Let's go.
8.1k gold lead for Fnatic after a 1-for-1 exchange. And after all that action, it's just the third turtle. Props to Brusco though. When Chaknu casted that conceal, he's not afraid to cast the implosion just to delay the momentum of Omega.
When is
Bought enough time for King
BTR
Kong
on
coming
it
in from
game?
the
Is it
bottom
game
lane
number
as he
2?
take down the bottom lane turret to go in with the Lycan pounce, kill onto Ryota. So right now, everything's falling into place for Fnatic. This is why they're undefeated. They're unfazed. Even if you're going up against Smart Omega, you know that this team has a lot in their bag. Again, they've They've used Hanzo, a lot of different kinds of heroes. But even up against a Bane that you'd expect they had to have a hard time dealing with, up until this point, it's not bothering Fnatic Onyx.
Not at all. Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Oh.
Top side.
Here.
Oh, no.
Collateral
He had.
damage.
If you guys didn't notice, he was in top lane
They had to
getting
give the gold.
murked by Kelra.
Wow.
And he
I mean, at
tried to
this
use the
point,
spear
if
to
you're
get away,
Omega,
and yeah.
It's like you have, what do you call that? You can't go outside your house.
Nuh-uh.
Quarantine. The barangay is quarantined right now.
They're trapped in, man. They're trapped in. This is Attack on Titan Season 1 where all 3 walls are still up. This is dire. 10,000, 11,000 now.
Good
Popping
reference,
Holy
Leo. I'll
Shield
give you
up
that.
top. Fnatic Onyx, they're applying the oomph.
The oomph.
Unmatched aggression.
Unmatched. Uma?
No, it's
Okay. Unmatched aggression for Fnatic. Right now, 30 seconds before the Lord spawns here. And this is what the panel was saying a while ago, that when it comes to the 9-minute mark of any game, it's always Fnatic Onyx game. Apart from the map control that they've established, statistics-wise, their gold lead is unmatched, is unparalleled. And looking at the gold lead right now, as we approach the 9-minute mark, 10.8k. A while ago, it was 11k.
I think they're just slowing down. They're respecting the possibility that maybe, just maybe, Folk here.
Are they going to
gets
nerf Roger
couple
again? I
items.
don't know.
Doryu would like to check what he's got so far. Ryota building himself some warrior boots. Because again,
Question
right
is,
now,
do they need to
Sukov,
nerf Roger, or do they
Kirk,
just need to
and
like
even
buff
Kelra,
another
I would
marksman or
assume Kelra's
two?
getting there.
All the case.
I think
Deals
that's
a
the
lot of
real
damage. Super
answer.
Prince, 3, 0, and 4.
I think they just need
Forget
to
about
buff
it.
another
Omega can't even
marksman.
come in. Now this Lord right here is going to have to be free. Smart Omega can only hope to even try to contest. Now, looking at the defense, looking at the base wave clear, I'd give Smart Omega out of 5 maybe a 3.
3.
Because they have the Fire Mist, they
Deadly
have
Catch.
the Bane, and that's about it.
Maybe the Chaktu, maybe the Edith with the Primal Wrath or Shatter. But
That means you'd have to spend your kit.
yes,
You
just
Ken,
wanna
what's
use
up,
that
bro?
to punish.
just to clear out the minions, Omega has to give up a lot. And looking at the items,
Sky Piercer War Axe, DHS Corrosion. This is bad, man. 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Jome doesn't even have his Trinity
even a
yet.
kill.
Yeah, he's medium J.
So it's at this point, I think it's small J.
Hey.
Small J.
All right.
The
Little
caps lock
J.
is broken. No capital J, no big J for Omega as Lord approaches here in the middle
Brusco
lane.
coming in with an implosion.
Oh, that
The
hurts.
answer back, the deadly catch. Another M already spent up. Brusco with the conceal away.
The damage,
Oh,
King
the
Kong.
Here's down, double kill for
Knocking
King
on the door.
Kong. Okay, respawns. The defense of a lifetime. Smart Omega holding through. Bottom lane inhibitors down. I'm offended by Kelra. Big J taken down.
11 minutes in,
Former
Jome
teammates
still trying to hit that 8-minute power
Sword
spike.
Enemy down.
But
goes
it's minute
Ryota
11.
as well. 3 for 1. The current trades. It's a bare base for the barangay.
But Fnatic Onyx will still display discipline here. They know that the comeback potential
No, I
of
did not
Omega
see.
is still
Sorry,
there.
Ken.
They're gonna wait to regroup. They're gonna wait for Brusco. But wait, I think they're just waiting for the minions instead.
It's possible, man.
Possible to end.
It's possible.
2 seconds before Jome gets in.
Ryota coming through. Fnatic Onyx ever so disciplined. Hey, they have unmatched aggression, able to apply so much pressure. That's what the ump was all about.
The ump
In case you're wondering, and the thousands at home as well.
matched
Aggression and pressure.
aggression and I like
Silent
that.
A.
Silent
It's French.
Silent A.
11 and a half minutes in. I think Fnatic Onyx Philippines have to win after this Lord. If after this Lord, Smart Omega still standing, great chance that maybe Omega kicks in a Omega timers.
Yeah. Again, 18-minute mark. You know it's Omega's game. Who could forget what happened during Aurora versus Smart Omega? The amazing 2,000 IQ play from the high-loss Chaknu, wherein he diverted the attentions of the minions just to give Big J some time to clear and eventually do a one-way push, a comeback win up against Aurora. So Fnatic Onyx, they know that the capabilities of Omega are there. They're just gonna wait first for the second Lord. They have no reason to risk a push right now without the Lord with the lead that they established.
20 seconds, waiting that long. Or
We think
looking for a
Granger's coming
flicker
back next
hard
patch?
play off of Brusco.
Or
Is that the
even
word on
Kelra.
the street?
Rather not. Or
Is that what the
Kelra,
advanced
sure,
server's
but,
saying?
Battle spell cooldown will dictate that they wait
I don't
for
know.
the Lord, as they should. But this should open up a window for maybe Omega to build their Trinities, build their first 3 core items.
Yeah.
And with that,
He's gonna
this
need
is an
more than
enhanced
just
Lord
a
spawning in the
Granger,
upper
bro.
corner. and Smart Omega is cleaning house. Like, this is a lot of golden XP, like, in perspective, right?
Yeah, and at this point, as the game progresses, the Ukir's ultimate, the Netherrealm, gets more important. It becomes more important, more crucial.
Because here's the thing, if
Since
Granger's
Fnatic
OP,
Onyx
then
doesn't
Granger
have
will just get
Valentina,
banned.
Omega can eventually out-sustain the burst potential of Fnatic Onyx.
And then you still have the Ling.
With the clash.
You still have the Roger, who for some reason Zane never plays in jungle.
That Smart Omega will score, hoping that maybe it's on Jom, on
Which
Antoryu.
Zane not playing Roger in jungle just
That would mean a
brings
lot
so
for the
many
Barangay.
questions to my
So that
mind.
should snap this gold
It
lead.
brings so many
Possibly
questions
in
to my
half, maybe a
mind.
third. Lord spawns in mid. Let's see the defense.
But in 13 minutes and 30 seconds, Fnatic still leads, holds a 14.6k gold lead. Lord marching in the middle lane. It's going to take a lot of defense coming in from
That's
the
what I'm like,
Barangay
Ken.
to
That's
extend this game, but
I don't know, bro.
Looking for the flank. Chaknu goes in, gets hit with Yam, offended, taken down just as quickly, and that's it. The base has been
GG's.
overloaded with damage as a super fam takes game one.
It just doesn't, you know, like the whole him not playing Roger in MSC and then just
a family bonding time later. That's
have we been
why
seeing?
they made quick work.
Yeah, we know
over
Zane plays
The
Roger.
Barangay. Phenomenal, flawless, and unparalleled. What do you call that? Aggression?
Unmatched aggression and pressure.
Yeah. Let the panel explain
It's the
what means for Fnatic. That's why panel, take it away.
Bro, maybe not confident. Here's the thing, man. You
Yeah,
can't.
definitely some big
This isn't
oops and a big oops.
What was that?
And that
on the
was
international stage.
a
You
big
can't like.
amount of gold. No big J's today.
If you
but
if you have
maybe medium-sized
meta
J.
picks that you're not confident
You're
on,
right. Leo's right there.
then
That's
there's a problem,
that's
man.
insane, man.
You got to
I
make
had
it work,
double
bro.
Check if that was right.
The
Was that
numbers.
almost a 15,000 gold difference. I mean, I know.
Every
I know
player
my-
should be
I know
ready
my
to play
bias is Omega.
Yeah.
anything.
I have to ask, what happened? What was that?
Anyway.
Maybe this was part of it right here.
Hey,
MVP,
Russell, what's
King
up, bro?
Kong.
Maybe this guy happened, right? King Kong right now with the MVP 10-0-2 on that Roger. My goodness me. If anyone tore it up, it was definitely this guy who did manage an almost
I mean, again, it could have been a team thing. It could have been the team just wasn't feeling good at it.
Game.
Or
Literally insane numbers
the compositions
here. And
felt
again,
better
Dice
with
was right. We had to really double
with
check our numbers.
basic
We had to
on
double check
Roger
the
and
overlay
someone
wasn't
and
like
him on
the
something
API
else,
wasn't bugging
but
out on us because we just literally turned
Yeah,
our heads
I
and
don't
wow,
know.
4K goal lead in the first minute.
Yeah, they just came out. And I guess Leo, unmatched aggression was the best way to put it because there was no
Sorry, the oomph.
and the sound effect there, the oomph. Because as we look at the highlights here in this game, from start to finish, there was no moment in this game
I mean, I'm not
where
blaming
Smart Omega
MOBA.
was like they even showed an inch of confidence. You know, I mean, like there was just nothing here for them. And even in this moment where they started to try to fight, I mean, at this point it's nearly an 8,000 gold difference, and they still.
I personally
were not
think
fighting
what's his
form to
name
go
was.
toe-to-toe against
I don't know.
Fnatic
No,
on this.
even Zane
And,
had some
you
really
know,
bad
just-
plays.
it's tough
I
to see
personally
the game
think
number
that
one because of
Mark
how
Cutie played the
gapped
best.
This game was
Really.
for Smart Omega. Like there was no opportunity for them to even get back into this game. I feel like.
I think that was the question, right? When was Omega going to be able to put up an actual fight?
Yeah, it's definitely it's very possible. I mean, yeah, there was issues all around.
Much of a set. They don't have that moment.
That
they
was
don't have the
clear. There was issues all
opportunity or
around.
even
There
the
was
heroes to surprise Fnatic Onyx, and it shows, right? The stats, man, 16-4. They were at 4K gold lead at 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was
Insane.
It was insane. It was, you know, if we talk about like snowball potential for games, this was it. Like this turned into a huge snowball rolling down a hill. And at this point, when you're looking at the lineup that Smart Omega brought to the table here, you know, when you're breaking it down at least from face value, it was an okay lineup. I don't want to like discredit the Bane or anything, but in this essence, going against what King Kong just did, the Bane most likely is not going to be able to keep up, as we saw in this game. And so, you know, trying to flex in that maybe was a toss-up that they went with.
Yeah.
But still, with the lineup that they have, you know, even in the gold lane, I mean, Kelra, all he had to do half the time was find his own setups with the I'm Offended, and then they followed through with it. But even Kelra was kind of a threat on a gold
Kimchi
lane.
Man will reclaim his number
Kelra
one
is
NA mage
already
this
like
season.
a
We'll
big
see.
setter that you have to keep your eyes out from, but at the same time also bringing that almost the same amount of damage almost. that King Kong was bringing.
I think it's also like.
And if you think about it, you know what? King Kong is the main carry.
C9 picked up Carlos because of jungle meta. I mean, it's like who else would they pick up, you know?
Core of that team.
I feel like the only you got two other options
Yeah.
pretty much, and it's either
Definitely
Kush
so,
or
and, I
Tarzan,
mean, you can see it
right?
from the stats here too, and like I said as well, you know, it's.
And
just
I think in their
unfortunate
eyes,
because you know what
best
Chapman
player's
is.
better.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the most
safer
decorated
pick.
and experienced players in the league. But again, even as a roam, there's only so much you can do against a deficit like that, you know, because
Oh yeah,
once you throw your
I put
body
Zia
towards
over
any kind
basic,
of lineup
but
like
I've
this,
said that for a
you're
while
just
now.
going to get
I've been saying
blasted
that I
off
think
the
Zia's the
landing
better
dock pretty
gold
much, you
laner.
know, and that's kinda
Even
what we
when
saw here
Basic was
too.
on
And
team
I would
with
say, you know,
Zayn, I
even to the sense, like, you
think
just break
Zia was
down
the better
lineup
gold laner.
that Fnatic Onyx brought to the table. Whether Kelra did what he did in the lane or not, King Kong was unstoppable. And this is why I actually still personally prefer Roger in the jungle. I know some teams like to put him in the gold lane, but I do prefer him in the jungle over the gold lane option just because
qualifiers for
he can do
NACT
things
start
like
in the
this,
next
you know
week
what
or so, I
mean?
think,
even
and
looking at
then
the damage dealt there, like look what Super Prince was able to do.
season
And I'm
starts
still
on
going
the
back to draft, I'm
20th.
surprised that it was banning, you know, it was them banning out the Lilia, it was them banning out the Vexana. You're confident enough to pick up the Aurora.
I do
You have
think
great
Basic
assets,
has a better
and you can
Claude.
slow this lineup down
Or at least
for
at the
Mega
time he did.
even further than it already is, essentially, as you know, a lineup as a whole. It's not
Basic's
gonna build up
Claude
as
was
fast as
something
the
to
lineup
be
that was
dealt
on
with for a while
actually
there, at
love
least
that.
in
I feel
NA.
like
Basic's
you're
Claude was
right.
very
The
clean
teams
in
are
NA for a
supposed to
while.
we feel like should be using these heroes are actually banning it out. Which
But I think
might have been
Zia
the case
just
here,
has
right?
an
Maybe
overall-
they were trying to throw curveballs at each other, and it just so happens that Fnatic Onyx, you know what, they got the better of this. Well, that's, you know, mildly put. They got the better of Omega here.
Dez will
But
make
you
it
know
to top
what,
4.
overall,
What team is Dez on?
It didn't feel like Omega played it bad per se,
Yeah.
but definitely Fnatic Onyx had more chances to throw those big haymakers.
And that's why we can go back to what we were saying even before that matchup, where it's like they both run on timers.
Yep.
You already know, if you have been a fan of Fnatic Onyx, they want to end games quickly. They did that. This was like the perfect example of being able to do that. So I think this is going to have to be a major adjustment for Smart Omega in game 2 after, you know, a massive loss.
Turkey
like that
is better
in
than
game
NA
1.
now?
And I think, again, they are a team capable of doing that. They just got to change things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if that can happen, because if not,
Turkey's
you
better
know
than a
what,
lot of
we might be in
regions.
for an early day. But other than that, you know what? Let's hear about people on the stage. We got
They're better than
Mara,
ECA.
you know, with Omega Empress right now. Let's check
Fireflux
that
is...
out.
We have special guests for today, ladies.
I mean, I
introduce
think you could put
yourselves.
Turkey, like if you...
Hi everyone.
I think
We are Smart
top
Omega
5
Empress.
regions,
I'm Shinoa, the gold laner.
I think Turkey
I'm
could
Casey,
sit
the
at
jungle.
5 or 4.
I'm Amor, the mid laner.
Indo, Philippines, Malaysia.
I'm not Ayanami, the explainer.
We're going to say Cambodia's above Turkey? I don't think
I'm so proud
so.
of you, ladies. I mean, nakasama ko kayo right before, nag-fly kayo sa Riyadh, and now,
I mean, as a
makakasama kayo ulit.
whole,
How did it feel
other regions,
to be the champions
yeah, they're going to be
sa
stronger, but I think
MWI, at
Fireflux
nakikita nyo yung team nyo nandun sa Monolith?
easily...
First of all, grateful po kami kasi nakapasok po kami sa EWC doon po sa Riyadh. And syempre, masaya po kami kasi kami po yung first Filipino team na nag-champion po doon sa EWC. And kaya po so yun po, masaya po kami lahat kasi matagal na po namin itong pinapangarap and yun po, nakamit po namin yun. Tsaka sa Worlds, nag-champion po kami.
Tsaka, do you remember when we last guested here? Yan, sanabi ko na na uhaw kami bumawi and well, look what we got sa uhaw na yun.
Nakakatuwa. Sa SEA Games, nag-silver kayo. Ngayon, gold na. Getting better and better. We are so proud of you. You know, sabi nga nila, it's not an easy thing to be a woman in esports. So how do you stay positive despite certain comments?
Sa mga like negative comments po, parang hindi naman po namin siya binabasa or parang nire-remind sa isa't isa. Kasi parang ginawa na lang po namin motivation yung sarili namin.
I see, yeah.
Yung team ko po, tsaka yung family namin. Kasi malayo po kami sa family namin. Kaya parang hindi po namin nano yung bashers, yung mga negative comment. Kaya parang
Gosu M1 lineup was the strongest.
Me personally, din,
Out of
hindi
what?
talaga
Out of
siya
who?
Madali, lalo na babae ka nga, you have more limited options, I think, more than the male. But it somehow, yun yung fuel ko na dahil onti lang, I want to create something new in this world din. I want to create our own legacy, our own path na, okay, bago to sa mga babae, walang ganito dati. So we kinda like, okay, parang pwede tong gawin.
Alam mo, natutuwa ako because dati, nung nakaka-interview ko sila, very little
It's
yung
about
sinasabi,
marketing.
kitang-kita, tumaas yung kumpiyansa nyo. You know, in the MPL, wala namang restrictions na hindi pwedeng sumali ang babae. So, do you see yourselves being in the MPL someday?
Hopefully, yes. Someday, we'll never know how soon though. But I don't think sobrang lapit pa. But I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years from now, depende din talaga kung paano kami hahabol sa skills na meron ng mga lalaki. So, syempre, we'll see.
You know, I can't say it enough. We are so proud of you and we can't wait for the next international tournament where you can possibly represent Philippines once again. So ngayon, babalik na tayo sa panel. Ladies, tulungan niyo ako. Nasabihin pasok. All right? 1, 2, 3.
TREX, it's damn near
Panel,
confirmed.
Pasok.
It is damn near confirmed. We'll see. Middle, guys. Middle.
All right.
Middle.
Thank you so much. That is Smart Omega Empress.
If you were
and
wondering,
I'm very
middle.
happy to see that, you know what, the ladies are having fun. They're enjoying their victory. They have their names on the monolith. And I think they're the only Filipino team that has it, right?
They are, yeah. So I like how that interview was.
That's why he said it's damn near confirmed, but it is not confirmed just yet.
Filipino as well, you know, because it's great to see, and hopefully, like I
TREX
said,
is Barney, what's
go
up?
ahead and talk with one of them.
Yo,
later
yo.
on, but
Hopefully.
we do have this once again. Blue
I'm
side,
a
this time around, go for Omega.
Yeah, that's right. So this time around,
She's my
Omega on the blue side,
goonette.
we can leverage that in a more powerful pick. Maybe, you know, maybe a high loss there. Shaknu, give us something. Anyway, for now though, let's throw it over to MPL Arena. Give us your freshest look. We're looking for the next Index Salon,
Right there.
please. And
Index Salon.
is there even any question? Right? I mean, come on. We got some pretty fresh faces
Hi.
in the arena today.
Tala.
And yeah,
Magandang umaga.
unsurprisingly, some of them definitely
Call
can get
me.
picked up. It's a little dark though. Maybe we can.
Maybe that's
Maybe-
just our monitor.
maybe our monitor, probably, hopefully, right?
Yeah, hopefully. But so wait, if we pick one of them, of course, like, do they win something?
Get something. Yeah, I think they got
I
something.
love the
Confirm
face
later.
cover.
I don't know what it is.
Did you get to
Girls.
visit Index
Such a it's
Salon?
such
Yeah,
a Asian
Index, man.
girl
They
thing.
did a
That
number
is
on
such
my
an
hair.
Asian girl
Yeah.
thing. The
Yeah,
color?
for real.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Index. And yeah, for now though, let's go back into the game. I know you guys are itching.
Why is that such an
and
Asian girl
waiting
thing?
to see what Smart Omegas can come up here. Empress is here. Maybe they can share some of that mojo that they got in the championships. Who knows?
It's got to be a lot, man. You know, I won't be shy to say it, but that game number 1 was not any of the Borung guys' favorite game that they're going to see because
Not familiar.
it was as one-sided as it could be, and I would say too for
I
all the
mean,
fans out there
I
of
also I don't think the
Fnatic, man, like,
M3
this
meta
is-
statement really makes sense
this is the
at all.
best they've looked,
But I
from
will say
all
that
years since we saw
it was
this
it was
first
nicer for them to say
I
that
know
than to
there's
be
also,
like,
you know, at least
yeah,
a
bro, they
limited,
played like trash. Get
new
better.
additions to this lineup as well that we've seen before. And like I said, I think Brusco is fitting in fantastically into this lineup. And I
That's
think
what they
part of
could
it,
have
too,
said.
is just the confidence that they have in each other now, that they've built it up, you know, from season to season to where they just showcased what that synergy is in game 1.
Yeah, I think you guys would agree as well that, you know what, Fnatic Onyx, this is as good as they have been in years. I think I can say that, right? In years.
Yeah.
So let's go into the draft here for game number 2. And I'm not going to be surprised, again, to see just some really sturdy picks. Yeah, wait, vital picks, sturdy picks. We're gonna keep using
What do we
these.
say? Vitality picks?
You got a lot of vitality in these picks, you
Hey,
know?
Omega Empress is here.
Milo let me down hard. Yeah, he did let you down hard, bro. You were the only
That's
one
a
rooting
different
for him.
story altogether. But yes, for now though, We're looking for picks that
I try to
maybe
tell you, bro.
Cactus can shine on. Because right now,
I try
in
to
terms
tell
of
you, man.
settings, the Edith didn't look like
Where's
it
the
was
Ling
as
band? Where's the
effective
Nolan
as
band?
thought
Things
it
are
would.
different. Omega on blue side this time.
That's kind of weird, right? That
Do they leave
ended
one
up
open?
not
I think they
working out
leave
the way
both
they
open. They don't
wanted to
ban
be.
Ling,
I
Nolan,
almost would've,
or
at the same
you got to
time,
ban one of
I
them,
feel
right?
like Edith, generally as a hero,
Or
is
maybe you
always
ban the
good.
Roger here.
But for Chaknu, I feel like same
You're
sentiments.
the
Like,
Omega's
even if
kind
you
of in a
have this
tough
hero
spot
that
here, right? Because at this
statistically
point
does
they're gonna
really
trade
well,
two.
even if
They
you get a good
they
setup,
trade Ling
what are you gonna
Roger,
do
they
when you're
trade
that
Hylos
far behind,
Roger,
you
they
know?
trade
And you mentioned this,
Nolan
Rock Hard, you're like,
Roger.
first few minutes of the game, you already had like thousands of gold to work against. You know what I mean? So they definitely need to go.
There's a
back
lot
to
open at
checking
this
those
point
early game boxes
from
and making
banning the.
sure they have
They banned the
foundation
Roger,
locked in.
so
Them being on blue
Nolan,
side
Ling,
might be step one to that. You
Hylos,
can notice, too,
all
they are
open.
taking out some of those
Fnop
heroes that
has the
did cause
choice.
them
Do they ban
a lot of
one?
that scaling
Harith
issue,
also
from
still
previous
open.
game one. Even taking out the Roger is great because it just covers that base of not letting one being
It's a tough
flexible
spot for.
and
This is
trying to
kind.
be
I
a
don't know
net
if this
curveball
is a
in
good
the
spot for
picks here.
Omega,
But
honestly.
also,
Banning
too,
out
like,
that Ruby
taking out that pick
left a
King
lot
Kong alone,
open
but I would say King
to
Kong,
where
man,
that now they could
we said this
lose
on Desk
out
yesterday too. Like King Kong, ever since he
in the
came
trade
into
here,
the
right?
MPL,
Because
was
they
that
only get
season-
one pick.
season
Red
11,
side gets
season
two.
11?
Yeah, around
And sometimes
that
there's
time.
red side.
Season 10, season 11.
Rookied up.
When he was
It's like-
rookie, like he was
In TNC.
hanging. Yeah, with TNC.
Yeah. They
He was hanging his
Fnop.
own.
Sorry, so
So
smart play
that's
from
where
Fnop. They
we're
leave
looking
everything
now,
open, right? They
you
leave
know,
Ling
and,
open. They leave
So with that last
Hylos
ban, that's
open.
Edith.
They leave
Smart Omega playing to
Harith.
do first pickup here.
That was a TNC that
Nolan,
was losing, right? When
so
King Kong
Omega,
came
what
in,
are
that
they-
was a TNC that was
They go for the
still
Ling here?
losing, but
But
King
Or do
Kong
they go
was
for the
shining on his
Hylos?
own. So
which
that's
is which is so interesting because remember that was a time too when we were saying like they need to stick to their textbook and like maybe
yeah.
go to a new page. But then King Kong came in towards the end of that season, and then all of us on the desk were like, "Dude, where did this guy come from?"
yeah, man.
And look at him now, you know. So it's great to see.
I feel like maybe you go for the
and that's why
Hylos
I
here.
say, you know, for Smart Omega,
There
Yeah.
it is.
there it is.
And then
See,
even if whether they
that's
pick
what
up
we're talking
Ling,
about.
you still get the
Hylos out there.
Nolan,
Don't ban it out.
right?
Give
So
Chaknu what he wants.
on Fnop's side, it
Flashbacks
goes
to the
Ling
playoffs.
and
yeah.
200 IQ
That was,
minion
that
pull
was
to
a god
turret.
play. That was
Maybe
a god
Ling and
play.
an
If
EXP
you guys
laner.
didn't watch last week, please rewatch last week.
Ling
You-
Harith.
You earned it.
Right?
You got
You
it.
earned it.
But
Yeah,
Moscov's still
you earned
open
yourself
too.
the right to watch a godly play, a
Probably a
god
couple
mechanic.
clips out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Out on TikTok for sure, out there. But
Ling
yeah,
Moskov,
we're
Ling
splashing
Harith,
back into this
one of the two.
Right? I feel like number one, it was
Zosk
really
also
difficult for
still
Smart
open.
Omega to actually climb back from that last one, just because even if you tech up. By the way, if you guys are wondering, how do you actually come back from like big deficits like that?
Like from a 15K
From like
deficit.
no, maybe around 5K. From
Okay.
just from the first.
Oh,
5K.
Harith Phobia,
Start off-
slight
it's a
switch
here's
up.
a tip for you guys: start off with your damage items early.
Yeah.
Because the general rule for most MOBAs, if you're behind, you tech up on offensive items, so you get more kill potential.
Yeah.
If you're ahead, you tech up on defensive items, so that you keep the lead,
So you
so you
withstand it,
you
yeah.
don't die. So that's the general rule. It applies to Mobile Legends as
So
well.
now,
I know
Ling
you- I know you
Moskov,
guys
they
follow
gotta
your
pick a
build
gold
paths,
laner here or
your
else they're
item paths,
smoked.
But there's also that you can
Unless they
customize
go
it
for
so
the
you
double
can get
fighter
damage
off
items
lanes,
first, so you can
which
have
is
more potential
possible.
kills earlier on. But then again,
But
that's just a tangent.
I think
You
they
can just
need
follow your
to.
build path, that's fine, but you know some pro players do this.
Do what you guys do, you know, at that point. And with this, there's the Zask pickup.
love that.
Hayabusa
Uh,
for the
much
follow on to
better, at
Harith.
least this time around, I would say for Smart Omega, because as Rockhart was talking about, you know, damage.
And it
even
could be
if
a
they fall
decent
behind,
answer
well,
to if
and
Fnop
I
wants to
would
pick
even
up the
say just
Hayabusa.
Zask alone is a great hero to provide enough damage even without items. Like that's what's kind of annoying about Zask.
That-
to be honest.
exactly.
Like, the fact that he's already doing so much damage early on, even without his first item locked in, just because the way that his kit works and Dominator's Ascent and everything else.
His wave
That's
clear
enough.
does
So
kind
maybe this
of
is-
trash
this
though
hero alone,
in laning
paired up, I would
phase.
say with the Hylos
Yeah.
is good to cover that base. I would wonder if Fnatic Onyx also might think about picking
Nolan
up
pick.
a Valentina. They
Fnop
lock in the
bans
Nolan
out the
pick. They've already got the Harris
Fnatic
going to gold
Onyx.
lane
It's got to ban
this
out the
year.
Moskov here, right?
Their XP lane option. I would like to see the Valentina picked up if it's not banned out. And the reason why I say that is because I think teams that do have the Valentina get to take the glorious pathway from the Hylos.
That's right.
And it kind of like, you know, now at least you have your own glorious pathway to work into, you know.
The
and
Glorious
work against.
Expressway, yeah.
yeah, it pretty much turns into from a 1 lane to a 2 lane now. You
That's
know, we
right.
have 2 lanes on the land Dawn you can work with.
Huge roads, and at the same time, you can also kind of pick up Dominator's Descent if you want to. Like,
that's true.
If you're lacking in damage in certain
Big real
scenarios,
ban?
you always want to take that up. And now we're seeing some mid lane bans. That Blue Nox ban, that's interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
All right, but yeah, I understand like why, but at the same time,
Gold lane Lunox ban.
really, don't you think that are you thinking about a gold lane Lunox here? Maybe is that what they're thinking about? I feel like, yeah.
I guess so. You know, and it could just be a safety. You know, in a way, it's like, all right, let's just have at least this safety ban.
Yeah.
Lunox in general.
They leave the
is
Moskov
also
open.
just kind of a niche pick, I would say.
For
in the hands of Smart Omega. Not a lot of teams are going to go ahead and pick that up, but also they take out the Grok here. Interesting.
Yeah.
These last couple bans from Fnatic Onic.
You kind of wonder, like, is that how deep Why Not knows these players? Like, oh, this guy's going to pick up a Lunox here. Be careful, guys. Let's man it out. I feel like, obviously, we're still looking out for these gold laners. We're looking out for marksmen in particular. Kelra mentioned the Beatrix. I don't know if it's going to make an appearance here.
Yeah.
He mentioned the snipe earlier. I don't know if you guys were listening to the face-off.
You did.
Maybe.
You mentioned it.
You know?
Wow, that's a challenge.
Sounds like fun.
And it's funny, too, because at this point, you know, you don't have the Moskov popped up yet. And traditionally, the gold lane matchup that we do see is that the Moskov versus the Harith. There's Minotaur, though.
Minnow.
All right.
Solid
I was
pick.
thinking maybe, you know what, mid lane Harith, you know, weird stuff can happen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, with both these teams,
yeah,
that's the perfect way to put it. Weird things can happen.
Weird things can happen.
Weird things can happen. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. It's highly appreciated. Helps push the stream out. Also, man, if you guys haven't gone and watched my manga review video, go leave a like and a comment. Ken, you never left a comment, bro. How fucking dare you, bro? Thought we were closer than that.
Kind of has disappeared a little bit, you know, at least for the season here.
But at least it is a known Joan.
Yeah, I think the Lunox ban was good. I thought they were gonna do Lunox and Grok. I mean Lunox and Moskov. Once I saw the Lunox, I was like, oh, so then just Lunox, Moskov. Lunox is also a good answer to the Phobius, whatever tank that. It's gonna shred down some of those tanky boys. So Fnop really just covering bases. It's like a just in case ban.
Hylos, and as our good
XP
friend Bruno would
Hylos.
say, it's Kufra's Chaknu.
It's Kufra's Chaknu. That's just how good he is.
That's just how good he is.
Kufra plays the player.
Well, again, you know, with this Kufra popping up here, great choice to deal with a lot of this, and there's the answer. I was thinking this would pop up last game. They were the ones that banned it out. Fnatic Onic will go ahead and take the Lilia for this game.
All right, I love this. I love this so far. And again, no specific outliers. I just know that, you know what, Smart Omega has a
Ken's been with his boo, guys. He's got a flight in a few hours, so he's been crying because he has to leave his boo for a little bit.
Hard to catch both of them, Hayabusa and the Claw.
Bro, man up, bro.
Think about it. And like I said, Zask.
For sure. And obviously, you know, Kelra might have a hard time navigating because of the bouncing ball. So we'll see.
Sometimes you gotta leave the fan behind for a little bit.
But you know what? Throw that guy in. Throw the Chaknu in there.
Tuck
right?
in
so
that
let's
lip,
see if that's
boy.
gonna happen here as we do load up into game number 2. Everyone's hoping for game number 3, but we'll have to wait and see if that's gonna happen as we load up into the Land of Dawn. Let's go, Leo and Inga.
Pasok.
When all else fails, let's just go back to our roots. Chaknu bringing back once again his signature Kufra for game number 2, hoping to extend the series.
All right, does Omega take this, boys? Can they bring it to a game 3? I'm hoping they bring it to a game 3.
Leo, what do you think so far of the lineup?
I like the throwback. I like how deep as well Fnatic Onic PH's responses are because they're not afraid to pick some old but goodies for Brusco. That Minotaur.
Put on those big boy pants, boy.
Some of the new flavors.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you boy, Ken. That's not cool. Gold, bro, for a second, bro, that hair skin gets me every time. I thought it was the Lilia.
Rockheart, they said that maybe,
I was like, bro, why would they make that?
There could have been a Lunox afoot, right? There could have been
That skin looks just like a Lilia, bro. It gets me every time I see it. I'm like, oh, that's Lilia.
A Harith just to start off.
Yeah.
And of course,
Because those little things look like ponytails, bro.
Maybe this time around, Smart Omega wants to play a little more aggressive. Check it out. See this early on, they're looking for catches.
They're assuming that there's someone hiding there. But what I like about Omega's lineup is, for me, one of my favorite heroes is Kufra. And when I'm playing the Kufra, as much as possible, you won't expect frontline
TREX ancestors took over a second there. Damn.
So
Damn, bro.
Really freely just hide around the brushes. Make sure to have the perfect
Bro,
angle to set up
my
Kelra,
ancestors
and
are
you all know that
freaking
Kufra
Irish
does
and
good counters
Scottish.
up against Kelra. And
They
aside
moved
from
to
the hero
Canada.
counters, these two have a long history.
I don't have long
That's right.
American ancestry.
And even
I'm
the
the first. I'm a
Nolan,
first
I reckon,
gen.
would find it hard to get out.
I'm the
of
first
a
generation
good
of my
catch
family
by
born in
Chaknu
America.
On that Kufra with the bouncing ball. That's not even his ult, right? His ult keeps you in place.
My ancestors fought for freedom in Ireland and
And
Scotland
now the turtle coming up.
against the
I like
British
how Chaknu just aggressively takes
with the
these
great
ults.
William
Like, if
Wallace.
you randomly walk in and he hits it with a bouncing ball, that's
Game
it.
over.
That's it.
Yeah, and the burst potential coming in from Andori, especially when he picks up that Sky Piercer if ever he decides.
My great-great-grandma read the tea leaves on the boat on her way over here.
Ryota is unbothered. This is why Hylos is always banned out, especially if you're up against Omega.
He's so good.
I got a
And look at this
great-great-uncle
already
who
on
drank
top,
so
like
much
can go
liquor he
again
fell
after
off of
the regen.
a riverboat into the
Turtle
propeller in the
shuffle up
back.
already. Great
Another
presence by Fnatic
great-great-grandfather
Onyx, 500
who got
gold.
so drunk he died on some train tracks, got hit by a train.
There's the Infernal Pursuit set
What's
up.
the rule of my
Getting
family?
left
Don't get
damage,
drunk
Vengeance
next to
used up by Kirk
vehicles.
already. Glorious Pathway dropped in.
True story,
Lord.
mate.
And there's a
Kirk
Bidon
goes
Fury.
down.
First blood drawn by Andoryu.
Big damage on the
Down goes
Brusco.
Kirk.
Brusco
Another
not going to be able to get
follow.
away
Brusco's
here.
still up, but just
Low
barely.
health.
And he's
Leota
not
goes down
going to
first.
fall. And
Bloody
Leota
hell.
Trades out.
A
1-for-1.
A 1-for-1 trade. Both XP laners will fall down, but Andori was able to get that first turtle.
He did.
You know, guys, just saying the Sonics dominate. Game 1 win versus Omega was the highest end game gold lead so far this season
They
with
broke a record.
15,195. Another record broken by the Sonics.
That's how tough it was to play that lineup with the Bane in the jungle. And their intentions were pure, but they were playing against the one team with
So
a win
Boca
streak
Roscoe and
for
Zeke are the
Fnatic
only
Onyx
legit
Philippines
white boy in
ain't
MLB
playing
BNA?
around.
I don't know.
Whoa!
Going in for the set.
Catches
What's
some
what's a
beef in
legit white
midair.
boy?
Bruce goes in trouble. Down he goes. And Doryu takes him down. Now it's the Blazing Wet versus Summon Force.
Oh.
Oh, Kelra might take
Oh,
him down.
Kelra.
Taken down to size.
Unbothered. A while ago, Keller said, Jome said that his
What
advantage
qualifies
over
someone as a
King Kong-
legit
We'll talk
white
about the
boy?
advantage later. And Doryu takes one shadow. Takes another Glorious Pathway set
Bro,
down.
Fnop.
For the Infernal Pursuit.
The difference makers.
Where'd the buff go? Where'd the buff go? Who took it?
I have two white parents.
I think it's with King Kong.
Guys, what is white to you?
Yeah, King Kong took it. So this means Hayabusa, no blue buff. And going back to my point, the advantage, according to Jome,
He did.
was that
European
he
descent?
never left the
Would you say that?
He's still with Chaknu.
I'm white, bro.
But is that the right decision, though? Chaknu once again.
Brusco.
Brusco. He's able to walk away.
Good kill. Good kill by Andoryu.
Another takedown for Andoryu. Say what you will about what's happening with the other parts of Omega's game plan, but Andoryu's farming up. This is a snowball, if you could call
Both
it.
my parents are white.
3-0-0. I want to actually
My mom's
check
side is
what items Andoryu,
Scottish and Irish,
resulted to instead, but second turtle up
and my
for
dad's
grabs.
side is
Barangay
German and
Omega
Italian.
surveying the scene. No one's here. I think
That's
it's gonna
about
be
as white as it
uncontested
gets,
turtle
bro.
for the Barangay.
To be 100% in, confirmed. What Fnatic Onyx PH will do, though, is instead clean up Andoryu's jungle. Look at this King Kong.
American white.
Now Jome in trouble.
Bro.
Fly out into that short bush, and he's gonna get taken
Dome.
down. King Kong
Okay,
gets
so
another.
American, there's no such thing as like
Bang.
American white. Like you're,
Bang is just
if you're
right
American
now
and you're white,
really making a name for himself.
your family's
King Kong,
either
one of the best
Irish,
junglers
Scottish,
so far.
German,
A lot of people
Italian.
have
You're
ranked
some sort of
Kyle
Caucasian
Season,
descent.
Carl Season, even
You're some sort of
Kiran as the
European
top
descent.
three. But this time, I believe King Kong belongs in the top 3.
Yeah,
Like,
you could argue the point.
you're not
Now
American.
Going 1v1 against Kirk.
Unless you're native,
and
unless you're an
takes
Indian.
that final shadow. Fancy moves.
Chaknu charging in.
Catches one, make it two. Brusco the answer with the Minoan Fury. Chaknu's looking to get shrunk here. Glorious Pathway, the retreat. Kelra pushes down in mid, drops the Salmon Force for good measure. And another isolation of the purple. But wait, did Andoryu take it this time? No, he didn't. King Kong still commits Grand Theft Purple. He's got 3 stars now.
3 stars. Well, the choppers aren't there yet. The tanks aren't there yet.
Nope, but the SWAT's there.
People
But the
forget
SWAT's
that.
there.
It's cool. People
looks
forget
like
that because
the
like
SWAT
America's
so
such a
far
weird
for
country.
Fnatic
Like
is Kelra,
everyone is essentially America is just nothing but imports. We're all imports here, unless you're Native American.
That's right. We'll try it again. We'll try it. We'll
Okay,
hit
I'll
it
try
again. We'll hit it again.
Chakno again, charging in with the Tyrant's Revenge.
Does not catch Kirk. Maybe about 2 inches short. Talking about the screen size here. And Kirk is going to maintain his proximity because Kelra's in range. Brusco as well. Super Friends. This is a fight waiting to happen. Omega doesn't want any.
All of
Honestly, at this point,
America.
it's really the
Every white
roamers.
person in America is an import.
The name of the game is the Roamers because they both counter each other out. Again, if Chaknu casts his Tyrant's Revenge, one first skill coming in from
Bro, Ken, get that shit out of here, bro.
to delay that Tyrant's Revenge combination. And on the other hand, we all know that Minotaur, even if he's attacked, he's not that tanky because he resorts to Dominance Ice and Flask of the Oasis first 2 items. So naturally, you can easily burst him out. That's why Chaknu's been jumping on.
Go to Zane's stream, bro.
Yep, and then serving up the kill to Andoryu. Another possible response from Brusco would be just straight up. Hit me with the ult, hit me with the combo, Chaknu. Amino and Fury, and now last turtle up for grabs. Ryota backing off just a bit, pulling Kirk out, and for once, Fnatic Onyx Philippines taking a turtle here. I do believe that's their second this time around, no?
No, first.
Interesting.
You're okay,
we'll
Pepper.
call it second, sure.
We'll give you a little
Omega
history
got the
lesson.
First one, but the last 2 got Fnatic Onyx
That's
got
right.
the turtle.
That's right.
So right now, you'd expect Omega.
But yeah,
to
pretty much
aggressive,
any
especially
person that lives in America, their family, somewhere down the line came from another country.
Really too much because even Ryota, the last 2 glorious pathways that he used wasn't charging forward, just was charging backwards.
There's definitely some white people whose
They
families
were,
have been here for, you know, hundreds of years or whatever. Maybe your ancestry
And that
goes all the way
is
back to like the
difficult,
original
given that
British
sort of
people
like
who
it now
came
wants
here.
to flip the switch. They want momentum on their side, despite what happened in Game 1. If you remember the Barangay, we don't really talk
I'm not a
about it.
KH fan,
Fnatic
bro.
Onyx
This is
Philippines
just
up
a
by about
non-political
4,000.
chat,
Not
bro.
a single turret, Ingan. Not a single turret.
I'm not a
Barangay.
KH fan, but I'm also not a Trump. I don't like any of them, bro. I think they're all eating lunch together at the end of the day, bro.
With his Hayabusa, but the
Taking our
problem
money.
remains, he can't continue to do those outplays if he doesn't get his
I think
purple
they're
buff.
all hanging out.
Because King Kong keeps committing Grand Theft Auto.
It's like the freaking
Purple.
public defenders and the state and the judge all go and have lunch together and decide who they're going to put in jail today and who's going to get the better deal.
That season
Your
9 last
lawyers
year,
hanging out with the state, and it's all
Maybe we could see
crooked, bro.
Johnson Lunox combination.
At this point, you know what? The metagame is pretty wide open. Why not? Andoryu just barely gets away. Imagine if King Kong threw a rift in there.
Imagine Dragons for Fnatic Onyx here. Still, they're really controlling the lead, forcing Omega to group up most of the time. But this is where the problem persists for Omega. Ideally, you want Jome to do those split pushes. This is a Claude. In terms of mobility, he has more mobility compared to Kelra, but Chaknu, you're charging.
Oh,
once again.
Chaknu, nice
Chaknu
knockup.
finds one,
Nothing
but
too
it's
much.
Kirk with Brusco by his side. There's not much you can expect. Again, Phoveus is pretty chunky for a fighter, still rocking the Brave Smite, and then you have a motivation
Vengeance
roar.
also.
Dude, he can do anything.
He can do it. That's why he's the Kirkitek. He can create anything from scratch. And now Omega needs to create something here. America play maybe from Chaknu. He has the flicker. He's not going to commit it though.
Bush to bush.
You're just gaining upper ground here. And this is where Lilia comes into play. The brush checking coming in from Super.
I will say this,
hinders Chaknu from getting to those
if I
angles.
lean more towards
So
a side, it's more
It's
towards
so
the Democratic
free.
side.
Fnatic Onyx Philippines, what's fueling their aggression, and I'd like to say their efficient trading is just their map control.
Yeah.
Anything and everywhere that Omega wants to get to is free for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. King Kong is keeping tabs on Jome. I wonder, what's the play here?
Not the wrong side at all, bro.
Ah,
Bro,
Not
you're
gonna let him back.
you know you're middle class, right,
yeah,
bro?
Jome is hiding indeed.
No, I don't want to get
There are a lot
political
of
here.
instances wherein the gold
You can
laners is
DM me,
hiding
bro.
To the opposing lane of the Lord. A lot of times. We've seen it with Kelra. We've seen it with a couple of other gold laners. This might be a crucial play for Omega here, but Fnatic Onyx knows that Jome is missing. That's why they're forcing the Lord here right now.
Yep,
Doryu.
I think the trade, the call is give the Lord. We'll take
Looking
the lane
for
here.
it. Nice
They're
knock-up.
just buying time. That's one very low.
Oh, nice play.
Fury
Brusco
popping
down.
Brusco before that final pulse.
That's
Now
big.
he has
Jome
to
also
back,
getting
no
the split
push on
push right now.
camera. Ryota gets taken down by
Lord gets
King
reset.
Kong.
Kirk
Now
taking a lot of damage, and Doryu in trouble.
Shadow
Able to get the shadow kill. A lot of damage on Kelra as well. Still goes down. Kelra gets a shutdown.
Doryu goes down by the hands of the gold standard.
He brought down two with him, but Chakno!
Chakanene finds his former teammate, beloved friends, catches one and the punish by King Kong. Thou
Chakno.
shalt not touch Dwayne.
Chakno! Remembering the habits, remembering the antics of his former
We almost at
teammate.
war. What are you
He
talking
also
about?
saw
Who's
where,
almost at war?
Kelra was hiding.
He smelled the cologne.
He smelled the cologne.
What YouTube channels are you listening
Smelled
to,
the
bro?
cologne, folks. And
Who are
that
you
may
listening
have
to?
just been Smart Omega's best play yet in 12 minutes. 6-6. An amazing push, a trade by Jome down bottom, and that should have been enough time for him to catch up. Let's see. You're getting about 8,000 gold to 8,400. Yes. Yes, Big J is back online. He's got the Trinity, Ingan. He's got the Trinity. Who'd have thunk?
But the problem is 400 gold lead for Kelra.
That's manageable.
Manageable.
At mid-game, that's manageable.
Yeah, especially since he's still able to pull off those split push without suffering, letting go of the Lord. But this time, Fnatic Onyx wants to commit Chakno, charging though. Oh, he's not going to continue.
All I will say is this: consistently,
And now the ads are back. Andorio
Democrats
holding onto his ult.
have been the
Look
ones to
at
keep us
Brusco
out of war.
Flickering back. All this while,
Who
Joe
was the
is
last
working on
person
that
to put us
lane.
into a war?
Smart though by Fnatic Onyx. I'd like to
George W.
commend them for just going
Mr.
in
Bush.
for the Lord. King Kong forces a shadow kill. Can Andorio survive? The answer is no. Kelra gets the kill.
Who was the person to pull
The
tons of
Super
soldiers out of there?
Family making
Obama.
Sure
Democrat.
Andorio won't be able to burst down King Kong with a Wiggy shadow kill.
Not
No,
again.
no, no.
Not again.
Oh, they have to worry about this first Lord marching in the top lane. So far, this is what's hard with using the Kufra. During those crucial moments when you're expected
Anyways.
to jump, if you miscast your jump, oh, it's game over. That's why Ryota was forced to use the Glorious Pathway. That was the only initiation Omega had. Fnatic
What do you mean
doesn't
oil, bro?
care
Weapons of mass
about the
destruction, bro.
pathway.
All right. Now Smart Omega once more on the defense. Chaknu looking for one. Stretching the arms, stretching the legs. Enhanced Lord crashing through top.
The woke BS had nothing to do with freaking Democrats or Republicans. That's your fucking high school boomers. I mean Zoomers, bro.
Again, the clear potential of Omega still there. They have the Claude.
That's all these kids woke that grew up after the year 2000, bro.
Top lane. Inhibitor's gonna fall down. The base of Omega finally open.
All right. Lord here standing with about 3/4 of his health left.
Presidents have nothing to do with gas prices, bro.
Smart Omega dealing with, I guess, less than
President ain't got nothing to do with your gas prices, bro. We were also in COVID during frickin' 3 years of Donald Trump's presidency, so of course, barely anybody was buying gas, so of course they make the prices lower.
One of the star heroes for me yesterday.
They want people to buy more.
Oh, talk about tomorrow later. We gotta live in the now. They're dealing with another wave. Fnatic Onyx might actually get the push. Ryota down to 2/4 of his health.
When demand is low, prices go down.
Forces is out of him. Wow, that's a win for Fnatic Onyx.
Win for Fnatic Onyx, and you can actually see that King Kong's damage so far is just too much. But
Chaknu! This is the job, gets punished hard. Dropping the Gorge pathway, protecting his rover. Ryota, full-on defensive maneuvers. And now Fnatic Onyx going for the jugular. Taking down another inhibitor. Only mid-lane stands.
Oh no, not a good sight for Omega. But King Kong, Wiki Shadow kill onto King Kong!
Andorio!
Well played! Oh, Lord. Come on, boys.
One more shadow way off. Treat it as a gift from Destiny. Belated happy birthday, Andrew.
And Brusco with the save as well. Motivational roar and sharing the damage of the Wiki Shadow kill. Again, Super Family staying intact. Woo! And in 10 seconds, I think...
Bring us to a game 3, boys.
Especially if they secure this Lord.
More likely.
I just want a game 3, that's all.
Give 15% win rate left Omega. And there's the Glorious Pathway.
Lansdale, what's up? Hey. Chaknu. Oh, my Lord, bro. Bro, Chaknu. Chak who?
Fnatic Onyx PH pushes back Smart Omega.
Kirk popped his vengeance though. This may be an opportunity for Omega. Again, Andori still has his ultimate.
Oh,
Half
looking for the
HP.
rope and dope. Gets a shadow kill in. Kirk's
Oh, Kirk low.
Shared the damage.
Okay.
The damage.
King Kong takes Lord.
Oh, now
And Dory dead, bro.
Andori gets taken down. They found the shadow. And that's a free pickoff for the Super Fam.
No trade for Omega. Now they have to deal with a level 2 Lord. Gonna march in the top lane here. Omega, they have to rely on to Chakno or Ryota to have a beautiful setup. Because so far, Kelra, unbothered, not even popping his Purify, even Super Friends.
They gotta rely on both of them, man. And it hurts to see that even Andorio's not here yet. Luckily, he will be in come the Lord time. Zaman Force spent in here, looking for a potential punish inside the base. All the battle spells online for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Now they might go for the GG push, looking for the angle.
Brusco!
Here comes Brusco! The flick
Oh, big knock. That's it.
Another
Jeez.
one. Zaman Force dropped in.
Jeez, bro.
Lord, just in time. Blazing coming by big.
Jeez, bro. GG's, Omega. Good fight. You got smoked, though, boys. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, you got smoked, boys. You got smoked, boys.
Looking for the base, and they find the sweep. Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
You got smoked, boys.
The streak.
After 5 series,
You got smoked hard.
Fnatic Onyx
You got rolled up.
demolished everyone in their way. Wonderful performance from the former teammate of Captain Chaknu. Kelra, unfazed, unbothered, unbeaten. Alongside his super family, Fnatic Onyx picks up a win.
This actually goes way deeper than just the players. Even Coach Tony was once a member of the barangay, and here his superior communications, constantly checking in on his players, making sure that they are on top of their game, paid back in dividends. Look at this. Oh, Kelra missed.
They burning that Omega pack right now, bro.
For sure. Ryota, hey, Ryota. All right, it's a hug. It's a hug.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I was supposed to give him 2 stars, 3 stars.
No.
Imagine he just literally starts choking him.
Former teammates, at the end of the day, we all share the same passion and love for MLBB. But of course, like in every other competition, only one victor will prevail, and this time,
Good sportsmanship, boys. Good sportsmanship.
series
5 to count.
5-0. Man, they even beat Undertaker, because Undertaker's been beaten twice. Fnatic Onyx still undefeated, but props again for Omega. If we can recall week number 1, week number 2, no one expected them to be this strong. Still on top, part of the top of the standings.
Why can't be a pro player?
The guy is, of course, the newly promoted Captain Chaknu. And I think we should hear what the Super Family has to say. That's why Myra Aquino, alongside the victors, Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Man, it's also fitting that Mara's wearing yellow.
Coincidence?
Coincidence?
Whoa.
I think not.
She just
Tossy Baka.
Super again.
Very vibrant.
Super Mara with the Super Family. I think you should take this away.
Bro, Mr. Gosu streaming right now, eh? Ah, Mr. Gosu.
Congratulations! Now, let's give him a big round of applause. Naglalaban-laban kasi sila kanina kung sino ang ating may interview.
With dash ability, yeah, let's just ban the Phobias out just to be safe, because it's so annoying dealing with a Phobias with a vengeance that is just right in your face.
Ooh, Phobias, especially with the way they want to jump in and do damage. But the Phobias now has a
this is game number 1.
Too. So you have
game
to remember,
number 1, bro.
It's going to be a lot more sustainable and hard to catch if they're really trying to go for that pickup style. For now, though, with the Phobias banned out, with the Edith banned out as well, both teams still putting their eyes on potentially the EXP and Roamer, and the mid lane that is usually so much more prioritized. You're only seeing that Sushin ban, so both teams are still hiding it out.
The first time you hear it, the drums,
they really want to go for this
all that stuff in the background is cool.
Strategy. The Aurora is still very much a possibility.
After a few seasons of it,
it's
kind of
open right now.
it's
they
like
go for any the bans towards
it's
Zask,
tough listening
Aurora,
to,
or even the
bro.
Valentina. They decided to take away the Faramis, so setting up for a possible Zask pick. We know that the Zask has been struggling up against that Faramis, so especially that boy on the Faramis, one of his signature picks. Geek Fam ban out the Edith now. Are they going to ban out another enabler in the side lane? With a Nolan, usually you expect a Terizla together. But Geek Fam decided to actually ban out the X-Borg again, setting up for their high loss and perhaps telling Liquid, go for it, go for the CC. We'll have ways to counter it. This is the flex. This is why Team Liquid haven't gone for an XP just yet. They don't know whether the high loss is going to go into XP or Roam, and it will leave them very vulnerable to another counter pick. If they went CC here, Hylos gets flex into
Yo,
Rome, and then
banned-
Geek Fam get
benched for a week
an XP
now.
that can just neutralize that CC.
Well, for now, though, they can hold off on that, pick a mid lane first. That's a bit more versatile. It can very much be used in multiple ways and leave
Ken,
the Us EXP
you're always
pick
having
to
too
really
much
make that
fun with them
decision,
joints,
because
bro.
they need a very strong frontliner too. Now,
He's having
they
too
went
much
with the
fun in
Charisma,
Indo slaying them
even though
joints,
they can't really
man.
have any ways to deal with the Hylas. They need that front line.
He's hitting
to
him with the
ensure
way
that
of the
Jawhead
dragon, bro.
Has ways, has space to go around and go for the dive.
He's hitting him with the way of the dragon, bro.
What? Remember yesterday?
Oh,
Archie, we
Gato,
foreshadowed
Gato!
this already.
Yep.
BB,
The guy
the
said
War
it.
Crime General. He played up against Liquid too. It was Yaoi who posted it on IG story. Baloy, stop playing these heroes. It's gonna be banned out, and Liquid did not ban it out. What is this man planning? What is he scheming?
Big bucks to
This
bring
guy,
Indo.
again, this is a Gatot
Pretty much, bro.
We don't even know what dynamics a Gatot can bring to the table.
It's a
Team
lot
Liquid,
of tankiness.
oh man, a lot of tankiness, and on top of that, a Hylos Arashi. I mean, man.
That is my main concern, man. A Hylos and the Gato Kaja, that's just way too much
Those are some
tankiness
fat boys.
to burst through. They need something that can do an insane amount of damage, because otherwise, Geek Fam will just simply outlast them.
Here's the thing, they banned out the Phobias for a reason, right?
Gato
And Gato
Kacha
somehow serves the same purpose as the Phobias.
Gato.
Sure, it
Gato
doesn't
means
punish
cat.
you the dash ability, but man, he can jump to the back lines technically, and also can engage. It's going to be very annoying during turtle takes and lord takes. Expect the alt avatar of the Guardian to come through during this lord fights.
And
I
don't
mean,
forget
at
that
least
passive, man.
Aura
when he gets
probably
he
didn't
gets
like
hit,
spend.
he takes
They might have
damage,
not spent
he
any
builds up
money. It
that
might have just been a
rage,
contract.
and he does a ton
The
of
fact that they're
damage
all
and
under
still
the same
sustains
like
a whole lot as
organisms,
well.
like
It's almost like a different,
like back
more
when
aggressive
like
style
back
of
before
a
it was all
Hylos.
Liquid, even when it was
I
Aura and
think
Echo.
Liquid have to take this one seriously, man. This Gatot is
At least
a
they
lot
probably
more
didn't like
dangerous than I
spend
think
a bunch of
lot
money
people
for Yaoi,
really
you know?
understand
Like,
at first glance.
at first my mind
And to
went,
revitalize
imagine
it, to
spending all that money on a
revitalize.
contract
They're
just
really
to bench
playing
him
with
in
the
the second
sustainability.
season
They're
you're
playing
playing
with the
him.
long team fights. And ladies and gentlemen, a debut pick for Gatot Kacha. We haven't seen him in what looks to be
Yaoi is
years
definitely,
and
don't get me
years
wrong,
of
bro. I love
Indonesia.
Yaoi. He is a world champion.
Let's welcome you guys into the
But there's
land of
definitely,
Franco hooks
he's
us
definitely
in.
having
It's
issues,
Gatot
bro.
Kacha, the Indonesian
Like,
hero.
First, whether it's behind the scenes issues, whether it's gameplay, it's something, bro. It's some sort of issue because first he's dropped from Liquid Philippines, then now he's on the bench, and or like there's a problem somewhere, bro.
Especially if your team relies on
There's a problem.
Sometimes you think that Beloyski's gonna go down, but he might just survive it. You can see he has skill. He has damage with the Nightmare Spawn, but against
Bro, I feel like Beloyski is the king of off-brand heroes, bro.
in a different way right here. Unless, and if they don't really, if they don't start snowballing, the Jawhead will start to lose in.
He's the king of off-brand heroes, bro.
People can start ignoring it later on.
Other than like
For Geek Fam, they know that pick-off is the name of the game for the side of Team Liquid.
other than maybe like
Give that back at all. And for Team
Venus
Liquid,
back in the day, bro.
blood for both Aaron Shiki as well as Aran to both trying to go for sustain. Look at Beloyski.
Beloyski now already tanking so much, really quite low. Iran is there from the flanks. No first blood just yet here. Both teams just feeling each other out.
Exactly. Really just going to go for those jabs, you know, little by little. They didn't really bait out a lot of big abilities. Beloyski's revitalized.
Venus has no Gato. I'm not talking about. I know Venus doesn't have a Gato. I said off-brand, like Venus back in the day, picked a lot of. For what the current meta was, Venus was picking off-brand heroes, and for what the current meta is today, Beloyski picking off-brand heroes. Bro, volume. Bro, first you guys tell me it's too loud. Now it's too quiet. You guys just need to be happy, bro.
You want to make that bet, Gani? Definitely not. Geek Fam, though, with the Gatot Kacha first onto the Turtle. Getting ejected, too.
Yep, not level 4 though, just yet. Turtle's guard will be popped prematurely. Oh, Turtle penalty zone.
Vincent.
This time will not be able to serve.
Beloyski down.
First blood still goes to TLID Iran. Isolated. That's a equalizer by Geek Fam.
They use so many of their resources on Beloyski. And Beloyski loves it, man. That's why we call him the War Crime General. Sometimes he plays the game in odd ways, but it always works out. Masako.
Oh,
Masako.
Right there. Iron Shiki showing again the laning prowess.
Oh.
But, here comes Beloy.
Avatar the Guardian.
Doesn't really connect. Aaron Shiki. Beloy showing style there. Aaron Shiki still has the Purify, so technically he is.
We can't hear Mirko shouting. He's not shouting right now. You'll hear him when he shouts.
Look at a talent prediction here by the new application.
They're just talking right now, guys. Relax.
Seems like it's a bit even actually. Geek Fam for me, Ronnie, and all. Papulong, KB, and Mirko going for Team Liquid, so a nice distribution here among the casters. But back to the game, man. For Beloyski on the
Revitalized meta, bro. Oh, good pick.
Vincent
What are you down?
finding a kill. 2 kills already on the board for his name. It's very, very good foundation built for that early game.
And a great turtle, too, right? So 1 turtle, 2 kills on Vincent. That's been consistent here as TLID continue to just react to the plays of Geek Fam. And that's something that's you don't want to be looking at. That's something you don't expect with a composition with a Jawhead, a Zask, and a Nolan. They should be the ones making the proactive moves, and it does seem as though Geek Fam, with this Gacha pick, it just really neutralizes the threat of the Jawhead in the early game, because he can open up these bushes and survive.
Ooh, bang, bro. Stop.
In the high loss and also the Gacha, because the passive, the Steel Bones, gives the Gacha more physical defense the lower he is on HP. That's the big problem right here. Team Liquid, they have to pick between jumping on a high loss or a Gacha, and both are not exactly the right answer. Everyone else are just too far behind. Unless you go for a big dive. Here we go.
Vitalize the backside, but it's going to be the turtle. Will be the main.
I don't think anyone did.
Oh my goodness.
Guardian of the Avatar, nice knock-up. Witty, gonna go down here.
Survive again. Geek Fam, they win the turtle fight.
Vincent just walked out of the penalty zone. Slick maneuvers from Mr. Vince. And then you see that retribution come in handy as usual, as clean as ever. Geek Fam, it seems they're the ones who are charging. They're gonna take tier 1 in the mid lane for free.
Under 5 minutes as well. It's not a good sign for TLID here. Vincent taking on a run.
These are the same guys that want to make America great again. Asking questions like, who banged Liz? I'm just kidding. I had to shoot one shot at you guys. I'm sorry. I still love you guys.
The Harriet Moskov matchup where we were expecting Aaron Shiki to take over, who was doing great, but with Beloy showing up, with the intervention coming in from the rest of Geek Fam, seems like Masako is actually still equal, and even picked up an assist already at this point. So, man, it's gonna be looking really tough for Team Liquid later on in the mid-game when the fights get longer and longer.
See this game fact by our new application, GoPay. This marks the debut of Gacha in Season 14 after last being used.
Liz is a homie in TREX chat.
MPLID by Keira is now known as Fluffy from Aura in their 2-0 loss to Bigatron Alpha. Veldora walking up.
The flicker now, penalty zone. Eternal Guard though will try to stop a run in the backside. Beloyski trying to harass Fade and run. Will not survive. Veldora quite low.
Oh,
Shiki secures it.
Veldora down.
Falling next, Aaron Shiki isolated. Vincent claims the double. 3 members from TLID down and out.
They just cannot deal with the sheer amount of HP being shown in front of them. Veldora and Beloy. You get rid of Veldora, there's a Gatot. You get rid of Gatot, there's a big horse on the way.
To make things worse, we talk about big bodies covering the vulnerable backliners. The Eternal Guard, for good measure, man. There are 3 massive bodies in the front tanking everything. Fabian, ooh, can he get out?
C2v1 potential 3, but Fabian still too slick, able to get out. Vincent claims it. Turtle. So neutral objective, it's perfect for Geek Fam.
It really is, man. You can't get less clean than this for Geek Fam. It really looks like a composition built to slug it out, but TLID have just not been able to compete in terms of damage output. I mean, they have been able to, but not against Veldora, right? Their targeting needs to be fixed here. TLID, the way they can actually deal with Geek Fam would be fully dive over to a boy and Masako. Maybe that would be a way. But the fact that they are down by 4,000 gold, that's already a problem. That's a big hurdle at the start of the game.
And honestly, for them, it makes it more difficult. Oh, Aaron Shiki gets it down.
Double force though. Oh my goodness, a boy with the early winner crown? What? Now it's gonna be purple buff contest again.
They'll take
They have the setup.
Beloy?
Malloy taunts one. My goodness, Iran melted, shredded down, and Geek Fam again claiming the jungles of the cavalries.
Ooh, let's stick with the items for a bit. Head of Heaven and Starlium side for Aaron Shiki, but he's really unable to really do much. Whereas Masako already building onto the Demon Hunter sword. That's the power spike we're waiting on, and the 2 Thunderbelts just for good measure. And we talked about the solutions potentially for Team Liquid. That's exactly where the Winter Crown comes in so early.
Winter Crown, fool.
Honestly, the Julian, the Vexana, and the Moskov, all 3 are quite good at dealing with dive heroes anyways. So this is an amazing draft with no real loophole, but Veldora gets jumped on.
Just the horse though. Horse top way, Belowitzki finds one. Dynamic will come through.
Oh, nice flick by Witty.
With the flicker, Fabian does not deal damage towards Beloy. And TLID, yeah, it's evident that they're lacking in damage.
You don't bring a knife to a gunfight because Gatot Kacha has those guns in his arms, man. Belowitzki just smacked Fabian as he tried to go those slashes.
Mirko. Like I said, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight because Gato's got them guns in his arms. Well played. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 3 for 2. 3 for 2. Veldora on the run. 4 for 2.
And let's see here, a boy against the 3 members of TLID. Is this the comeback?
Is he going to do it again? He did it against Pikachu Alpha in the defense. Geek Fam were a bit too greedy. The Eternal Guard not going to steal it. My lord, Geek Fam clumped up. The combos were all there. TLID, their composition thrives on AoE damage, and Geek Fam took it head on, face first.
Massive swing coefficients. Even the Heskiel just zapping everyone, beaming through the whole team, and Aran landing the penalty zone. Everything already worked out so well for Team Liquid, and the Lord, I believe, helped them out with a massive knockup on multiple members of Geek Fam in that fight. It was unfortunate, but now it's back to
What should my next manga review video be?
Can still deal with these waves, but now Team Liquid, they have a chance to try and apply some macro pressure right here. Look at this though, they're clumping up together actually. Not really getting a lot of these objectives as the Lord is pushing on the top side.
Not something super old, something kind of new.
They're gonna commit this fight. Iran will try to survive, but they
One piece now, bro.
Aaron Shiki this time does not find the comeback. Now he's isolated, and Vincent finds the triple. It's gonna be 4 members here still, 5 members still standing for Geek Fam.
It was a very, very
questionable.
Well, yeah, this engagement very questionable because for TLID, the way they were able to win that fight was a very specific way. It was very
Where do I even read
Everything needs to
ReZero at,
line
bro?
up perfectly for them to get all the AoEs, penalty zone, fracture, dominators, ascent, and obviously, you know, Aaron Shiki with the Herod. If you can't get that, if Geek Fam are able to play it front to back, there is absolutely no chance that TLID get even through the front line. So the fact that they didn't use the Lord, the fact that they tried to go for a fight, that has to be a big, big mistake, and now they're gonna pay for it. That comeback meant nothing.
Immediately after that, 3.4k gold lead already for the set of Geek Fam. Now for Team Liquid, it's even worse. They had that momentum, they had a chance to kind of equalize. Of course, when it comes to items, now they are closer to their own power spikes, but it's the same idea, right? Even if both rosters right here are on the same power curve, the composition-wise, the issues are still the same. And to make things worse, we saw earlier that the damage coming in from Vincent and Aboy really is ramping up, man. And even the frontliners of Team Liquid have to be a bit more careful in how they want to approach this. Aran is immobile, and the only really way for them to really get him out of danger is for him to use that penalty zone. But if they use that, that also signals that it's a green light for Geek Fam to just rush through at them. We saw that even with the Zaman Force for Aaron Shiki to move backwards, the Glorious Pathway just negates the whole thing. With a Demon Hunter Sword completed for Masako, he can go for more fights right here.
The damage there, just by Vincent alone. He's leading in gold by the way.
All right, TLID.
Against his counterpart, counter jungler.
Need a moment.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of farm already built up for Mr. Vincent.
Aaron Shiki needs to step it up.
TLID, who really rely heavily, usually on the early game.
Yeah,
he's snowball going.
Bro, why are all their names so long, bro? Yeah, Yehiski? Yeheski? Yeheski? Is that how it's pronounced? Yeheski?
TLID haven't been able to expose that because Geek Fam have 2 beefy
Or is
boys,
it
and now in the mid to late,
Yehiziki?
they only get cleaner for Geek Fam for BBB.
Man, Aran at this point has a reading armor, but he is looking very, very squishy, man. So many ways.
BBB Loisky.
Geek Fam. And of course, a boy.
He got that BBB Loisky.
Valentina. Bit of an unusual item to see. Usually the Valentina really wants to get more burst damage, but I guess where he knows that the fights are going to be drawn out like this,
Yehezkiel. Yehezkiel. So is it
Yehezkiel?
Yehezkiel? Or Ezekiel? Like Ezekiel.
Can they find it?
Is it Ezekiel? Like Ezekiel, but with a Y? Yehezkiel. It's Yehezkiel. That's a horrible name. I'm sorry. I don't mean it's horrible. But I mean it from a caster's perspective. It is so hard to pronounce. It does not roll off the tongue. Yehezkiel. Yehezkiel. Yehezkiel into the... Bro.
And now Weedy looked in for an escape route. That's TLID securing the Lord.
Easy kill.
Great Lord take by TLID.
Easy kill.
To dive in back to force Geek Fam.
Easy kill. That's what it should be.
They decided to fight. Iron Shiki lost his life.
Easy kill.
Might be a Geek Fam
or even easy kill.
So look for a play. The Lord will be spawning in the bottom lane. They might be chased away from.
Easy kill.
Oh, does not connect though. On towards the ejector. The Lord still marching, but Geek Fam, they're able to poke this Lord to at a 65% HP. So now, TLID, they look the other lanes. Fabian finds the mid. The inner should go down to.
Ooh. Nice slow push. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, very clean. Very well done. Very well done.
The usurper finding clips. Flav is what Mr. Gani calls him, and he definitely added the Flav in this game. 0-0-5, but with 2 Lords under his belt.
Taking the one turret in the mid lane as well as taking away Geek's attention.
We're almost at late end game territory.
As well. Team Liquid
40k gold marks.
Technically, the front line discrepancy can be negated.
Another 5 minutes and we're maxed out on gold. If the game doesn't end on... Oh, Vincent with a big kill. That's it. That's G's, actually. Might be G's.
Running for the hills before taking on the Lord. What a decision call.
Not my bad. They have a Lord coming at him.
Way too...
Lord keeps glitching off the map? I'm confused. Did you guys... Did any of you guys see the mini-map? A Lord kept popping up down there? A Lord logo? That was weird. That was really weird.
Damage, but that's cover from
that threw me off. I thought there was a Lord. Then for a second I thought there was Lord. I was like, no, it's not GG's, but yes, it is GG's. They back off. Never mind. They might have been able. No, they didn't have minions. No minions. No minions.
Close one, man. Vincent immediately recognizes the potential. Goes for the Winter Crown with his Immortal. Actually, no. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I think he sold the Immortal. Goes for the Winter Crown right there. They have to understand that one of the big damage dealers from the side of Geek Fam is Vincent. He's been sneakily sliding in the midst of these fights and just dealing a lot of damage with the basic attacks. You look at him, full items already in his inventory. Now look at this. Once more, a play to the purple buff to really shut down Fabian. There's nothing that Fabian can do about it. Ooh,
oh, good take by his
on the way to a hold
yes, kill.
If he starts scaling,
bro,
he does do a lot of
that is a name, bro. That is a name.
Enough, though. With the Lord doing a lot more damage, that's possible. But this time,
like, I'm not saying the name itself is bad. I'm saying it's a pain, bro. I can just imagine, like, if I cast an M6, I pray to God Yehezkiel is not there, bro. Because that is tough. GG's. GG's. Oh, Masaga with a nice flick back.
One by one, they charge, but one by one they fall as Vincent finds the maniac.
Jeez.
Charging the cavalry have been halted.
Well played, GG, WP, GG.
The horse, and that's a base for game 1 for the Geeks.
WP, GG.
Man, Geek Fam with the big brain draft, the big brain execution, no loopholes left open for Team Liquid. With all their flexibility, all their aggression, in the end it means nothing. maybe the greatest offense is a great defense.
What defense? They were going forward. That's probably what Malloy's gonna say. My goodness. The Gatot Kacha's debut turns out to be all good, all fine and dandy. A lot of you guys might think it's a cheese pick, but to Geek Fam, what is a cheese pick? They're the ones to
What is a cheese pick, bro?
A Saber and a Hellkurt Roam in this meta. If Poisey was here, he would definitely say Lubukan Baloy to every single one of you that wants to try this in rank, so please do not. Let's take a look at this highlight again, Rashi.
Wow. It's just
Gorillas in the
massive
chat,
fight
boys.
Overall. And with the backline, it's so funny, right?
Vincent
So
heard
Team
Mirko
Liquid,
talking shit and
the
said,
win condition
I
would go towards the
bet.
backline. But instead, Geek Fam were the ones who were able to
I
withstand all the aggression and send Masako, send Vincent to the backline and delete all the other sources of damage. Aaron Shiki, with all the hype behind him, was completely shut down
All right.
from the laning phase, from the
I just want to say,
team fights.
guys, I know that I haven't been streaming as much.
Was just completely dismantled by
There's
Geek
just a
Fam.
lot going on.
The draft.
I'm getting married at the end of the month and stuff, and I've been super busy, just like using my free time for, as you know, just handling a lot of things with family and stuff like that. I'm gonna try my best to start doing, even if it's just like some smaller 2-hour streams, where like we watch some of the games from the week, from the weekends and everything. For this month, for the time being, I definitely can't pull as many all-nighters as I used to. Like it'll just be like this, watching a series or a couple games and then kind of ending stream.
In that position. They put themselves,
You know, just doing the best I can.
Maybe. Tom picked up Harith first pick yesterday. They lost.
So yeah.
Fnatic Onyx pick up Harith first pick. They lost. And now we see Liquid first pick Harith. They lost again. Maybe Harith isn't that prio anymore. You know, maybe we've seen a change with the Lunox, with the Moscow, with the Hylos now available. It really takes a whole lot of that early game snowball team fight power away from the Harith.
And maybe a lot of gold laners have kind of figured out how to deal with
There's
it,
a bug
right?
in
At least
here,
how
bro.
to lane against the Harith without really being too punished. Because we saw that is exactly what Masako was able to do.
So
on
yeah,
the
guys.
Kai'Sa. Of course, intervention from the other laners
And with
was
that,
there
we're
as
probably
well.
gonna end
But
tonight. It's
overall,
almost 4
what was the
a.m.
name of the story here for the
Is
side
this a
of
cosplay
Geek Fam?
wedding?
It's
Ask for a
outstanding
friend.
and up damage, right?
I
From the
mean,
backline,
you know, if
the
you were to
Vexana
show up in
and
cosplay,
the
we wouldn't
Moscow,
hate,
it's just a
bro.
lot more damage to the front line
We would not
compared
hate.
to the Harith with the Zask as well. You almost wonder what would happen if
People
Team
have
Liquid
seen my
goes for
wife. Their
something a bit
streams
more
that
control
the
heavy.
people
We
have
saw
seen her.
how much they were clumping up, right, for Geek Fam to really get that security, to really get the safety in numbers. And if they went for something like an Aurora, maybe, you know, something that can kind of
You gonna come to Tennessee, bro?
Just barreling through and just jumping on Aaron.
You want to
Shiki.
come to the wedding,
Maybe it
bro?
could have really gone differently, but in the end, the same problem still stands.
You tell me. You can get yourself an Airbnb in Tennessee. I'll tell you where it's at. I'll give you the address, bro. I'll give you the Addy. Should I set up a Discord? Should I set up a Discord call for the wedding? That'd be fun. That'd be funny. As long as I don't have to show my face, I don't want anyone to know that I'm 3-2. Bro, we all know you're 3-2 though, bro. No, I'm not moving. But the wedding is going to be in a different state. The wedding's going to be in Tennessee. In the mountains. In the mountains, guys. In the mountains. Ooh, that was such a good flicker by Beloyski. I mean, by Iran, even though it backfired. 3-2, 800 pounds. Still slaying joints. So my fiance's her great granddad had or her granddad has like a house / cabin that he built up there, and he passed away, and it's just a really important spot to her, and it's kind of a way of him being able to attend even though he passed away, you know. So yeah. That's why. kind of a good in-between point too, because she has a lot of family that live up that way and in Colorado and then Tennessee, the Carolinas, stuff like that. So yeah. Thank you, Reth. Thank you. It's actually also why I won't be casting the first week of NACT. So on the 20th, because it's happening on the weekend of the 20th to the 21st. So I won't be casting the first week of NACT. Be getting married. So what? With that being said, again, sorry if this month, I'm lacking on any content or anything like that. This Monday, we're going to do a big review over the rosters and everything like that and go over all of the NACT teams and stuff. That'll give it another couple days. We're also going to have Wrath join me in stream. He's a bit more, if you guys don't know Wrath, you might have seen it. Like, he was the manager for GG and stuff like that, and has just helped out with a lot of teams. You might have seen him on some live streams. You might have seen him at if you ever went to the in-person NACTs, you've definitely seen him at least. He is going to be joining me on the stream, and we're going to be reviewing, because he knows some of the more like underdog rosters, some of the newer teams, newer players. He knows some of them a little bit, so he'll be able to kind of inform a bit more on some of those teams. And so yeah, we'll be doing a video together this Monday, or a live stream together this Monday. So yeah, if I don't see you guys till then, I will see you guys Monday for sure. Much love. TREX is out.